ZBCN major announcement is near. Also, 4-year cycles are over. Period. End of story. So we will talk about that and more here. As always, cue my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was.
What is going on, Blackrue crew? We're in here on a Monday. As always, our partner, DCENT Wallet. Let's hit it.
Your crypto deserves the best protection. So why settle for less? DCENT Crypto Wallet isn't just another wallet. It's safe, secure, easy to use, and supports your favorite cryptocurrencies all at the touch of a button. And now with my exclusive link, you'll save $30 on your new wallet. Better security, smarter investing, $30 in your pocket. Click on the link now and secure your better security today.
So, DCENT Wallet, one of the best things I love about DCENT Wallet is you can trade inside of your phone app. No need to take the wallet, move the crypto into a Coinbase wallet and try to trade it and put it back on the wallet. You can trade within the wallet. And another thing they have coming up is they're offering 2.5% interest on XRP, which you can stake within your wallet. We'll go over that today a little bit, but that's interesting. That's lovely. 2.5% interest on your XRP through Doppler Finance with DCENT Wallet. Definitely want to check that out. But yeah, let's get to it today, guys. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And there we go. All right, I see some of the regulars in the house. What is up? Jose De La Torre, what is up? A-Train, what's up? David Barron, what's up? Crypto Clay in the house. E Mays, what's going on? David Towles, what's up? Charlie J, what's up? Nerky 530P, what's up? Hydeward, what's up? Cornelius Johnson is Equa, what's up? Kevin Garrett, what's up? Let's go. What's up, Marie Villas? Long time no see, Marie. What's up? What's up? You gotta love me. Monarchy International Realty. What's going on? What's up, T. Riley, with the always faithful $5 super chat? And yeah, just keep coming on in, guys. What's up, Anthony Gillion? What is up, Tony Flicks? And did I miss somebody there? Nope, I got everybody. All right, people. Yeah, just keep coming on in here. And yeah, major announcement coming from Zebec on September 23rd, tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, guys, we'll also be live tomorrow with Black Tiger Miner. That's gonna be hype. That's gonna be really nice. Black Tiger Miner is gonna be in the house here tomorrow, so don't miss that at all. But yeah, let's continue here. Major announcement coming September 23rd. So I'm thinking it may be something with the NBA. Who knows? They've been teasing this NBA thing with us for a while here. But here, Just in Time Messenger made a guess. Best guess, Germany based, potentially Deutsche Bank. Sparken, I don't know German, so I'm gonna do my best here. Sparkassen, Finn. I'm just not gonna do it because it's gonna be bad. So Geno Banken or their crypto business partners, and we'll look at that. Shout out to Angelica Saldana, one of the best follows out there for Zebec and other stuff. Definitely follow her if you guys haven't already. She brought this to my attention because I follow her. So this guy kind of broke down what this picture is, and he sees here that this picture is some Europartum, some Europartum. What does that look like here? I don't know what you call these, spire or something like that. And it looks a little similar to some of the stuff they've done here, where they were talking about Mica laws here. So perhaps the Mica laws, we see that they got Mica compliance. Okay. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see if they have their Mica compliance here. And, if they have Mica compliance, like we're seeing here on this document here, that would be right in line with what they told us here with the compliance milestone tracker. White paper under review, approval expected sometime in September. So if they get the Mica law compliance and a partnership with the German bank, this will be right in line with everything that Zebec has told us. And this makes things just easier for them when it comes to science card stuff, things like that. So be it Mica compliance or something with the NBA and the NHL is going to be very, very interesting to see. So if that picture is any type of clue, maybe this is the Mica compliance. So if we go over to this page, just in time Messenger shared this with Angelica. So Germany's top banks managing 4.5 trillion in assets are going into crypto. Here's what to watch. Why Germany's banking giants are moving into crypto. So Deutsche Bank here and these others are moving in. These coordinated moves come on the heels of Mica regulation rollout, which offers long-awaited legal clarity for digital asset services across the EU for traditional banks. And more on Mica later. We're going to be covering a Mica favorite of mine, LCX, which we've been covering for years on this channel. LCX has been making some moves with some of my favorite cryptocurrencies, showing LCX is poised to be a blockchain bank. Okay, so we're going to talk about them a little bit more later. For traditional banks, the timing is perfect. The risk of early entry is past, and the frameworks for regulated crypto in Germany are, as of 2025, clearly defined. So, they're saying that the whole thing, everything's clear, everything's clearly defined, and the Deutsche Bank is building their own kind of layer 2. But as we know, if any of you guys were investors in XLR, we're very clear that Deutsche Bank has been in this game for quite a while here. Okay. This is not new for Deutsche Bank. This is not new for them at all. If we go down here and look, they have been enterprise partners with XLR for quite a while now. You can see here Microsoft, Onyx by JP Morgan, which is Connexus now. Okay. MasterCard and Deutsche Bank as XLR partners. So this is not a surprise to us that Deutsche Bank is in here. And obviously if they were working on their own layer 2, they didn't just start it this second. They've probably been working on it for a while. And here we go. It says, since 2023, it's been actively developing blockchain strategies, including a layer 2 Ethereum solution, Project Dama 2, built on ZK Sync. The bank's upcoming institutional crypto custody service will leverage Bitpanda for technical architecture and Taurus for secure asset storage. The goal is to deliver BaFin compliant crypto custody designed for corporate and international use. Okay, so very cool. as the country's largest retail bank, Sparkassen serves half of Germany's population, backed by over 2.3 trillion in assets. 370 local banks. It plans to roll out retail crypto trading via its Sparkassen app. Sparkasse app. The infrastructure is powered by Deca Bank, its in-house asset manager with over 463 billion under management, said Stuttgart Digital. And here we have Volksbanken, Raiffeisenbanken, Geobanken. Okay, this cooperative banking group with roughly 700 banks and over 587 billion in assets is exploring crypto services through backend provider, let's say Atruvia, and I'm not sure how to say that. Stuttgart Digital. Their pilot programs will introduce, like, I tried to Duolingo German, but it's hard go. Not a pretty language, even though, not a pretty language for me, but shout out to the Germans out there. Still got love for you. Their pilot programs will introduce compliant retail crypto trading and secure custody features across participating regional banks. Okay, so very, very interesting here. Yeah, so let's see. Maybe it is here that we get the Mica compliance. Just another step in where we think Zebec can go. Again, we got to still see what they're going to say about the NBA and things like that. So, everything's looking bright. Everything's looking great as far as Zebec is concerned. And, I love to see what they have to say here. Want to hit some creators that shared some information with me. Shout out to Creative Control. Shout out to Jetpack here. Let's start with Jetpack's information here. And just keep the comments coming, guys. And, I see a $20 super chat here from Crypto Clay. Definitely got to point that out here. So generous. Thank you, Crypto Clay. Let's freaking go, Zebec family. Why not us? Let's go, Crypto Clay. Let's go. Great comment there. Why not us, guys? Everything keeps coming into play with things like Zebec. And I hope you're paying attention to the channel. I just did a show on XDC, where it's basically, I call it the United Nations coin. So you definitely want to check that out. All of this stuff kind of is interconnected to one another. When you think about the XDC and it being the settlement coin for R3's Corda, that connects right into things like the XRP ledger, FedNow, Quant, and the Overledger. All of this stuff is connected. XDC has its place here, and I have some very, very wonderful comments on the XDC video where people were dropping alpha. So you definitely want to check out that video. It's one of my videos where I'm trying to give you guys the short form content that you want, that's under 20 minutes or less. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. XDC is the United Nations coin. So let's get into this information from these creators. Shout out to Jetpack. Let's go over here and share this tab here, and we're going to listen to this, and it's kind of going to be a reaction, so I'm going to interrupt. We're not going to listen to it. We'll listen to it the whole way through, but I'm going to interrupt during it. Okay.
This alert, NBA superstars, they are great at handling a basketball, but like a lot of us, they can fumble their passwords. Houston Rockets star Kevin Durant.
Wait a second. She mixed up her sports analogies right there. She said great at handling a basketball, but they can fumble a password. Fumbles football. Uh, so she mixed her analogies there. Still, shout out to her. The word you would have wanted there was turnover, but that's neither here nor there, as Coach Greg Adams likes to say. But good for her. Let's continue on here. No, actually, we'll go back so we can hear how she turned over the analogies here. But good for her. It's all good. Fox Business, by the way. So again, as shout out to Andrew Saunders of Scale. Definitely check out that video as well. One of the things Andrew Saunders told us, and this was like last year, right, was when you see the crypto adoption happening, you're going to see a lot more ads. You're going to see a lot more advertisements. And this is what we're seeing. When would you see a positive Fox Business thing on cryptocurrency? Almost never, but now you're seeing it.
This alert, NBA superstars, they are great at handling a basketball, but like a lot of us, they can fumble their passwords. Houston Rockets star Kevin Durant lost access to his Coinbase account after buying Bitcoin nearly a decade ago, when the token was trading around $360. Right now, it's at $115,340. Fortunately, the Coinbase CEO came to the rescue, posting on X, quote, "We got this fixed, account recovery complete." Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong joins me now live from San Francisco after prowling the halls of Congress earlier this week to work on policy that maybe unlocks a whole bunch of other issues that have been behind closed doors for crypto and crypto stocks. Brian, good to see you. This story really resonates with a lot of people who have forgotten their passwords and have accounts that are locked, and well, it's painful to think they've lost ability to actually get out there and see or touch their Bitcoin. But tell me exactly how you were able to unlock Kevin Durant's account.
Yeah, well, we were glad to have Kevin Durant as an early investor in Coinbase, and he actually invested in Bitcoin too, very intelligently, along with his team. And I guess they made a little bit of a joke about it. And I guess they hadn't really reached out to try to recover the account because the price just kept going up. But when we saw that news, we obviously reached out to them and decided to try to make sure they got their account recovered. And in many ways, this is part of the benefit of using a service like Coinbase, is that if you lose your password, it's not like all your money's gone. You can come and reach out to us, and we'll go through the appropriate account verification steps to make sure that you'll get better access to it. And that's what's been done in this case.
Because in other cases, people have them in vaults, and once that password is gone and into the ether and out of their brain, I mean, I'm sure you've heard legions of stories about people who bought at $10, $15 and then can't access it now, right?
That's right. I mean, a lot of people do self-custody of crypto, which, by the way, I'm also supportive of, because I think that's important for self-sovereignty. People should be able to hold a bar of gold or hold cash in their wallet. They should also be able to hold their own Bitcoin. And we actually help customers do that as well in different situations. But when you do that, you also are taking a lot of personal responsibility to make sure you don't lose that password or that it doesn't get lost in a natural disaster. So we have different products for different customers with different preferences. But in this case, Kevin chose to use the main Coinbase app, and we kept it safe for him all those years.
Well, good job. Good job. You're going to get a lot of calls from people who are saying, unlock my account. Brian, you have been this alert NBA superstar.
So Crypto Clay with the you definitely can fumble a password. So the whole pass and fumble, not bad, Crypto Clay. I guess I won't give the claiming countdown a common countdown that much of a grief on that one, but good for her. I'm glad she's putting crypto, giving a positive story about crypto here. So shout out to Jetpack for this, and I think the biggest thing to take away from this, at least for me, is this NBA thing that they're putting the NBA with cryptocurrency again, and in a positive way. Again, we saw with Zebec, in which they showed, they're having something going on with the NBA. Shout out to the patrons you know, another cryptocurrency that I've only shared on the Patreon that has, you know, NBA ties, right? You know, so the NBA and the cryptocurrency are really getting related as far as the news is concerned. Um, and again, all of the positive PR we're seeing crypto's way is a big change from what we're used to with the Gary Gensler regime, with the other, you know, regime. And this is not about politics. This is about investing, right? But again, like before this current political regime, everything was negative about cryptocurrency, right? So we actively see a more positive thing about the cryptocurrency, going on here lately. So shout out to Jetpack for this one. You know, definitely go give him a follow if you haven't already. And something I received from Creative Control here. He went and tracked this down. Assure Software partners with Amazon Web Services. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with what Assure Software is, these guys are basically partners with Zebec. I did recently a couple videos on them with Maximus Crypto. Shout out to my guy Max. Definitely catch up on those videos if you haven't already. Assure is in the BlackRock portfolio, okay, along with ADP, by the way. And in the last spaces, Simon mentioned both Assure and ADP in something that he was saying there. So you definitely want to catch that spaces as well. So when you see here that Assure is partnered with Amazon Web Services, one of the biggest cloud computing or edge computing partners out there, you can see that along with Amazon Web Services and Assure, if we go over here and take a look at the Ondo ecosystem, you can see here they also have covered Google Cloud as a service provider through Ondo if they so choose. And we roll our way down here, we see Zebec Network as liquidity, okay? Which is very interesting that they list this as liquidity here. That's something very interesting to note there, and we might want to expound on that later, that they list Zebec as a liquidity provider here. Again, because we know Zebec through payroll is both an on and an off ramp for liquidity. So it makes sense that they're a ship carrying liquidity to wherever it needs to go, both on and off the ramp, both trad and DeFi. They can do that. Okay. So, yeah, we got both Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud covered. Okay. Covered. And see, you can see Ripple here also listed as liquidity. Okay. So that's something we definitely want to note there, from these guys. So yeah, some great information there. And now we hit the next part of what we're going to say. Oh, by the way, one other thing that I wanted to point out to you guys. Shout out to the Patreon. The Patreon, I give these guys, not only do I give these guys crypto picks every 2 weeks, they also get stock picks. Okay. One of which that I can tell you right now, this won't be giving away too much from the Patreon, because a lot of people might not be buying the stock, but you know, because there are other ones with better advantages out there. But if we go look at what they have now listed on this site, let me pull it up. First Citizens, okay, a service provider. First Citizens Bank. This bank is publicly traded. This bank is the bank that bought Silicon Valley Bank Remember that? They were doing all the crypto transactions. Silicon Valley Bank's customers were bought by First Citizens. Okay. And First Citizens, after buying all those crypto customers, they went from about $700 to $1,500 and kind of still rising. So, definitely you want to keep your eye on the stock market because it can definitely tell you things about the cryptocurrency market. Okay. So just wanted to cover that. What's up, Yazid? Nice to see you in the house, brother. Now let's hit LCX here. No, so let's actually, even before LCX. Yeah, let's hit LCX. LCX has been listing some of my favorite cryptocurrencies out here. Okay. So they just recently listed Dovu. Okay. Crazy list from LCX there. Not only that, not only have they listed Dovu, which is on the Hedera exchange, they recently listed Algorand and Epic. And before that, you guys have heard on here, they listed XPR. Okay. So LCX has just been out here listing some of the best cryptocurrencies around. If you haven't looked into LCX, we have a couple of LCX videos on the channel. And oh, by the way, we just showed you the Ondo ecosystem. They recently had themselves added as a member of Ondo's ecosystem. So they feed into all of this here. Let me find them. There they go, the LCX exchange. Very curious thing here. Those X's, right? We went over things. I have old shows going back for a while where we have these X coins. LCX is one of them. Okay, that's just so you know, that's not my smoke detector. If you hear that beeping, that's actually my cryptocurrency trading view alerts. Let me go ahead and check what's going on here. Zebec just climbing like crazy out here. Let's look at this on the charts here. So yeah, Mica compliance, guys. And by the way, guys, if you're looking to take advantage of small moves like this, there's a QR code in the top right-hand corner of your screen where we do BTCC trading. By the way, if you fund your account, you get free USDT. Okay, and it's another way to help the channel doing something that you probably would have done anyway, which is perpetual futures trading. Now, perpetual futures trading is something we talk about also on the Patreon. Shout out to the patrons. Let me try to, I'm just going to kill that alert because it's going to keep beeping if I don't kill it. Delete. Did I actually kill it? I don't think I did. Okay, there we go. I'll have to put it on later, but this is great, guys. And again, it's been chilling down here for a long time. A lot of cryptos are chilling. I really think it's going to be a big month coming up here in October. And by the way, there was a solar eclipse that just happened a couple days ago. Maybe some of these cryptos might be coming out of hibernation pretty soon. Okay, due to the whole solar energy change here. But yeah, let's continue the climb there at Zebec. And if you want to take advantage of some of these quick moves, definitely check out BTCC, where you can do perpetual futures trading. But did you not see Zebec? Let me go back here. Okay, here it is. My apologies, y'all. Climbing as we speak. If we go to the day chart, it's even more clear here. Nice climb. And I hope you guys are staking ZBCN. Let me bring up the staking. Let me make sure my account is not exposed here. But yeah, here you go. Stake.zebec.io. If you want to stake ZBCN and get paid some profit while you're waiting for it to pile up. Again, this is kind of what I was talking about with the DCENT Wallet, what they're offering some yield on XRP for one of the first times, right? Other than Metal app, right? That was on like one of the only places you can get some yield on XRP, but now Flare's about to do something, but Doppler Finance is doing something in the DCENT Wallet where you can keep custody of your cryptocurrency and stake it on their platform. Okay, so but in this case here, you can stake Zebec. 1 month reward, you get APY of 8%. Stake for 4 months, you get 15%. Okay, so maybe that might be some things that you want to look at. Yeah, so there you go. Now to the last part of our show, which is this will be the last part of what we have prepared for you, and then we'll get into the questions, right? Like we always do every show. So definitely stick around after I give this part, because we'll get into the questions in the comments. But 4-year cycle is dead, okay? And this is something from Eric Balchunas, a senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg. Okay, definitely a great follow. As you can see, 94 others I follow him, along with the other two. So 96 people I follow him. He says, so basically what they've done for ETFs is they developed a generic standard for crypto ETFs, which will basically make it easier to launch crypto ETFs. Okay. And Eric Balchunas responds to this guy, Matt Hogan, who says, what impact will generic listing standards have on the crypto ETP space? Here's what happened in SEC when it passed the ETF rule in the late 2019s, which created generic listing standards for traditional ETFs. The pace of ETFs rose like almost 3x. And then Eric Balchunas says, this is a good point. The last time they implemented a generic listing standards for ETFs, launches tripled. Good chance we see north of 100 crypto ETFs launched in the next 12 months. So what did ETFs do for Bitcoin? It raised the price of Bitcoin. Okay. So if 100 cryptos get spot ETFs in the next 12 months, it's going to raise the price of these cryptocurrencies. Hands down, end of story. Okay. So if that's what's coming, 4-year cycles are gone. at least for 2026, it's gone. It's not happening. If Bitcoin and Ethereum is any indication, right, and they both got ETFs, along with I think Solana as well, which got an ETF and its price rose. If those three cryptocurrencies are any indication, 4-year cycles are over, at least for 2026. Okay. I'm not the first person or the only person to say this. Shout out to Smoke, who does collaborations with Maximus Crypto, and who's just an all-out stellar researcher out here. He's also said some of the same things. Definitely go check out Smoke if you haven't already. I probably should be subscribed to bro. I'm glad he turned that on. Probably will provide more money for him because he like everybody everybody looks at this guy's research. So let me see if I can find a 4-year cycle. Shout out to Smoke here. The institutional, and this was December 22nd, 2024. The institutional conversation around crypto at the moment, the end of the 4-year cycle. Institutions are reshaping the crypto market narrative, moving away from the traditional 4-year cycle. This cycle, driven by Bitcoin halvings and retail speculation, are no longer defines the broader market as institutions focus on macro trends, regulatory shifts, and real-world adoption. Again, and this was December 22nd of last year. This, while retail investors wait for familiar patterns, institutions are driving new strategies around stablecoins, tokenized assets, and blockchain infrastructure. It's almost like Smoke is seeing in the future here, right? We can definitely say that almost here. You can almost say this is like a year later from what he posted here, right? Sticking to outdated narratives and risks leaves you behind, chasing trends that are no longer aligned with the market's future. Falling behind means missing out on key opportunities, misallocating capital, and being unprepared for the market's next evolution. To stay ahead, focus on understanding the institutional perspective, which prioritizes long-term value and adoption over short-term cycles. Adapt now or risk being left out of the evolving conversation and watching others seize the opportunities you overlooked. Okay. And this is exactly why I'm also considering and have shared with the patrons stock choices of these ETFs and things like this, along with the cryptocurrencies that we are looking at. So, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be agile, to use a software term, and also, a sports term. You want to be agile, right? You don't want to be, the moment you get stuck into being the maxi of this and the maxi of that, you cut yourself off from so many other opportunities around, right? At least that's my view on things, not financial advice, do whatever choice makes, works for you. But for me, I cannot be a maxi and ignore anything else. And I can't, be locked on a 4-year cycle when it could possibly change. I was one of the only people, at least I know, to say that Bitcoin was going to, reach its all-time high before the halving, which it did. And it went and kept going higher, right? So you have to be aware of what's going on around you to take most advantage of what's happening, right? And yeah, to me, with these two pieces of information, I think this is, we can say that 4-year cycles are dead. So if you're one of these guys that are out here thinking you're gonna be able to, hold money back and invest in 2026, you're going to be, quote unquote, asked out. Oh, here, guys, to be very frank, right? This may be the last opportunity for people to catch certain cryptocurrencies under $1, under a cent, under 10 cents, all right? Especially things we're talking about, XDC, these X coins and things like that. And let me finish that thought. I never finished that X coin thought. But if we look at, LCX, XRP, which XRP ledger, if we go up and look at coins like XLR, you get to see that this X is a common theme here. Do they show out XLR on here? They don't, but you guys know what the logo of X. Oh, they do. XLR looks very similar to the LCX logo. And then we saw Helix here, which also showed an X, Fusion X, Flow X. And we know Twitter changed its name to X, Helix, another X, right? How many other ones am I even missing that are X's? But yeah, that's a common XCN, right? XLM, even though Stellar, you can still call it an X token if you will. But yeah, let's get into the comments here. Starting from the top. What is up, guys? A whole bunch of what's ups. Then we have $1 in 5 years from A-Train here. What's up, A-Train? Another good follow here on X. If you guys have not followed him, you definitely should be following A-Train over here as well. Let me bring up A-Train. I know A-Train regularly does Twitter Spaces on the weekends. It better pull him up too. And it didn't. Let me see. Do I have to do the hyphen? Yeah, I'm not sure why it doesn't pull him up. But yeah, definitely check out A-Train here. He does some of the best ZBCN content around out here. I don't know why it's not pulling them up for me. But let's continue. Go back to Smoke's post here. Keep that up. So back to the moon. Hyperledger runs everything. What's up, Monarchy International Realty? What's going on, guys? ILP from Ripple belongs to Linux Foundation. Yep. What's going on? Yep. The back up 15%. Let's freaking go. Hopefully y'all bought the dip. Yes, indeed. Are we going to the moon? What's up, Rise Above? What's up, Ruel? What's up, Ruin family? Again, T. Riley's $5 super chat. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Tony Flicks? Still full blown accumulation mode. Let's go, Jose De La Torre. What's up, Shannon Featherman? If Zebec gets NFL, y'all better hold your bags once. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Zebecky, a bad girl. What's up, that one guy? Bet Clay. BTM, baby. Yeah, we're about to have Black Tiger Miner on the show tomorrow. It's going to be a fun time. I'm calling it now. XRP is the major announcement. AMM pool for XRPL, real token. What up, A-Train? Yeah, our time is now. This is the new version of XRP with a larger use case. Agreed, A-Train. Zebec and Ripple are match made in crypto heaven, 100%. What's up, Sir Jaquez? No way, this project can't hit $1. Let's go. Mica as well as MLETR Ver. important. If there's a Ripple connection tomorrow, yeah. LMFAO, pack your bags. Let's go. Got in at point 0007. Let's go, Sir Jaquez. I know a first mover in Sharia compliance DeFi token on BNB. Let's go. Let's go. Rise Zebec. Let's go. What's up, Pharmacopoeia? What's a Rue? Alpha hidden language esoteric knowledge. Let's go. Let's go. I only have 5.5 mil, but I'm gonna double it at point. I'm gonna double it at 0.01. At a cent, you're gonna double A train. Let's go. 5.5 is a good bag, man. Yeah, yes indeed. It's off the chain, of course. Pump it. What's up? Solar Plex. You could have 100K and still be good as out here. You could have 10G and be straight. Pump it. It's a dirty investment, almost cheating. It is almost cheating out here. I feel like a lot of these are almost cheating when you really look into them. But people still think, oh, that crypto is a scam. And I guess if you're making the whole distinction, right, between crypto and blockchain, then maybe one could say crypto is a scam and blockchain is the real thing, and that Zebec is blockchain, not crypto. But who's counting? I would buy even at 10 cents. Let's go. Pharmacopoeia, let's go. Everyone in here will be well off by March. That's right. Let's go. March is a good month right there. March is a great month. What's up, Lucian Hex? Is 500K units a good amount? And I did a show on this on my Patreon. No one can say what's a good amount for anyone else because, it's all about your risk tolerance, what values you're trying to get, how much money you're trying to get out of cryptocurrency. I put in my Patreon a show on how I do it, right? And I even put out a show back in the day when Zebec was at 0007, where I said 20 million could get you to a millionaire if it, and basically at 0007, 20 million was something like 16K, and some people argued with me, like in the comments, like, what do you mean some people don't have, like, I'm like, okay, I'm not saying how much you have. Pick what's good for you. Pick what's good for you. I don't know how much anybody has, but should you be able to buy 20 million at 0007, that hits a million, right? That's me being very straight and direct. And this is not me saying, oh, it'll, what's the thing, like 1,000x or $5 Zebec or something like that. This is me being, upfront. People can't handle it. I don't know. It just broke out a huge descending wedge. Yeah, it did, and it's looking. And I've been showing you guys on this for a while on here. That on the week chart, it's still hanging out here, and it looks like it's going up. You see how that blue line, like you see the times where it's gone up, the blue line is over the gold. It's the blue line just crossed the gold. So there's no telling if this continues this way as far as the stochastic RSI goes on the week chart. But if it does, right, the last time it did this, basically it 10x'd pretty much, right? Off that whole, I'm not sharing it. So you see that blue line? Like if we go back here, when the blue line crossed, it went up, and it went up big. to the tune of 10x. If it does that same thing right here, we're at 4 or 5 cents. Hands down, 4 or 5 cents. You know what's coming up in October, don't you? It's already hit. The first XRP ETF is already hit, actually. So all the things where we were saying that they might be delayed, first one's already hit. You know, so maybe we get even more. ISO is for the world is supposed to be live November 22nd, right? And then ISO that for the US that hit a few months ago. We probably still, coming up in November and October, we'll probably finally get the impact of that, right? So this is going to be a really great month coming up for coins like Zebec and coins like XRP. Even XRP, see it just chilling, all right, on the week chart. XCN, another one. You see it trying to round out here and come back up. So things are looking real good out here for these coins. Let me go back to ZBCN. Oh, I have stocks selected, that's why. Okay, so yeah, that chart's looking really good, really juicy. Yeah, grab whatever you can afford. That's the point of that long rant for real. Grab whatever you can afford. What works for your pocket, and keep building. Keep building and building and building and building until you get to where you want. What's up, King Pound 1? Appreciate you, brother, for always coming through. What's up, Bosnian Muslim? Hey, I used to live in Germany, and I have a Sparkassen account. And I went to Germany a couple times for my my job. Nuremberg, where they actually did the the people's trials. Those people that used to be a headquarters for certain people. Nuremberg used to be, which it's really diverse now, very nice now. Nuremberg is. So, definitely Germany's real cool. And I like the German girls' accents. They're nice. I like an accent. I like an accent. I really like an accent. Stock market is very overbought. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed it is. But there's still some gems out there. Daniel Smith will happen. XRP short term, 89 cents to 320 in 3 weeks. We gotta believe it'll be $1 in the next 5 years. Oh yeah, yep. Because A-Train is comparing it to XRP because of course they have a Ripple partnership and they have the same tokenomics as XRP, by the way. Yeah, and depending on how these laws shake out, man, it might not even take that long, considering one of the things that Smoke has been playing with and talking about is how XRP is deflationary. Okay. Let me bring up Smoke here. So in a sense, we are also deflationary with ZBCN because as the cards are used, that contributes to the buyback. So again, we have that deflationary model as well. And that's one of the things that kind of Smoke is talking about, what contributes to the buy with XRP here. So let me bring that up. So here it is. XRP is deflationary. Well, definitely come over here and check out some of Smoke's latest posts. he's basically been going over how XRP is deflationary. We have the same deflationary thing going on with Zebec, and that when these cards are used, it's taking Zebec off the marketplace. Okay. Remember, XRP maintains a competitive edge through its interoperability features and deflationary tokenomics. Okay. Remember that Zebec is deflationary as well. Okay. So let's continue. XRP and Zebec partnership tomorrow. Let's see, Salamander. I hope so. Hex any amount is going to make you insane gains. What's up, Riviera Group? Longtime patron. What's up, Scott in the house? Oh, Scott must know German over here. I can't even do it, bro. I can't even do it. Now, if it was some Spanish, I could hang. But German, I can't help you, bro. I can't help you at all. I can't help you at all there. Shout out to Riviera Group. What's up, Scott? Dreamer 3. Heru and fam, Zebec kicking goal after goal, bro. 100%. We're so far ahead, we think we lost. They think we're lost, family. 100%. Clay. What do you think the partnership is tomorrow? We got into that a little bit earlier. If you missed it, I'll go over just a second here. They're thinking that it's the Mica laws, that they're Mica compliant. That's what we're thinking it is here. Shout out to Just in Time Messenger and Angelica Saldana there. Jetpack J.O. a goat. 100% he is. Thank you, Roop. No problem. Y'all know what you hold. Don't get greedy and snap for another crypto. I lost so much money chasing hype. You know what, A-Train, don't feel bad about that, bro. That's what happens to a lot of people that when they first come into crypto, man. You start chasing the hype. That's why I kind of try to preach to people. You can have some part of your portfolio where you chase hype, right? But don't forget to invest in blue chips, right? You know, when I was first investing, that was me too, right? You go chasing the hype, like, okay, I got to get rich now. You know, these things ain't gonna cut it, you know, and you just end up losing, right? But with Zebec here, this is one that we actually found that is, you know, it's early. It's still early. Anything under a cent to me is early. With any different cryptocurrency. Like, we could look at XRP, right? Where people got into XRP under a cent. Let's look at XDC. We were just talking about XDC, right? Where I just had the show where it's XDC is the coin of the UN. Look at XDC, how I drew a line here. So right here, before 2021, this boy for 3 years just stayed under a cent, where people could have just scooped it up for all this time under a cent. And then it hit the gas. And now it hit all the way up to like 17 cents, right? The tokenomics aren't the same, but this is just an example, right? There some other cryptos I could show you with the same thing that are around like the same tokenomics, like AMP. You have to look this up for yourselves, guys. I'm not gonna go look up the tokenomics, but you can see here. AMP, there were a few times here with AMP where it actually got to the cent mark. You can see it right here where it was, this was way over a cent. Let me go look at Yeah, so this one was way over a cent. I don't know why they're saying it's now. He hit over a cent a couple times. I think it went to like at least 10 cents or more. Oh, well, yeah, it's here on the chart. This has been around for a couple bull runs, but there you go. Another one that did that is Harmony One. They just got under a cent right now, but they went as high. And again, it's not the same tokenomics, but another coin that stayed under a cent for a long time and burst out in a bull run. So it's definitely possible, guys. And Zebec, we're going to see that happen. Okay. We just are. Oh, I wasn't sharing it. Sorry. So Harmony One. There's an example there. Another one. What was the other one I was just sharing? XDC. Where for the longest time, XDC. Okay, why is it not showing me the right list? Okay, yeah, where it just for the longest time XDC just stuck. Like for 3 years, it was under $1 or under a cent, where anybody could have came in here and just gobbled it up, right? Of course, when it was under a cent in this time, I think it was hard to get in the USA. When it was under a cent here, but I'm sure a lot of people loaded up, right? And went all the way to 18 cents. And again, if you watch my video and you see some of the alpha that's in the comments about how XDC is the coin of the UN, you might even think it's a bargain right now, which I do think it's a bargain right now. So, what's up, XRP Rude Boy? It's only a matter of time. What's up, Clunk City? Zebec, super bullish on XDC, have been for years. Let's go. What's up, Antoine? What's up, first timer? New to this. Hey, man, that's cool. You might want to get into the Patreon. The Patreon is more direct access to me. We talk about cryptocurrency in our chats, offer a crypto watch list and a stock watch list. But thanks for coming through, Antoine. We also have tons of videos on cryptocurrency as well. Glad to have you, bro. Patience is a giant killer. Yes, indeed. What's up, Ant? Don't forget to trust in the Lord, y'all. Money is temporary. Indeed. XDC was the first layer one on Songbird. Not for nothing, family. Don't you dare sleep on Flare. Flare's another one. And by the way, with Flare and things like this, because I just got a Flare, I had to double check. I'm like, where did all of this Flare come from? But they're still doing the monthly Flare drops. So on Uphold, you can stake your Flare. Let's go look at that. So staking, in a sense, is basically tantamount to dividends. Okay, so these get paid out. I wish I could show you my wallet, but I don't want to, expose what I got in there. But you get these paid out like every week. So 5.3%, 5.35% interest, okay, or APY every week. Now, let's just put this into perspective, right? Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. I'm gonna use one of his lines. Can I teach today? Let's just put this in perspective, right? Let's take, given given 100K. Now this is just I'm using this as a base. We can remove a zero from this and say it's 10K, or we can play around with the numbers, right? But this is just a baseline. So given 100K principal, what is the monthly payout of 5.35 APY? Okay, so it's giving it to us. So, assuming that it's compound interest in all of this, and they're doing it over a 12-month period of time, it's $435 just off of 100K. So, if you take a zero off, right, with the math of it, right, that's $43. That's still something, right? So, if you had 10K in here at 5.3% interest, you're still getting paid out $43, right? So if you're study building, right? And again, if we take this, if we halved it and it's 50K, then you're getting a monthly payout of $200 and something dollars. So that's definitely nothing to sneeze at here. Okay, with this type of and let me just make sure I see that they did the dot instead of the comma. I did it like the European way, which is crazy because I'm definitely not European. But I don't know why I did that comma like that. But let me just double check that they're gonna give us the same answer. Okay, yep. So again, you can see how this could really start making a difference. So again, if we added a zero to this as opposed to removing one, if it's $1 million, then you're getting $4,350 a month, right? Just paid out to you. This is how you can start making a difference with this stuff, with passive income, right? This is where we want to get with this for real. So let's continue. I'll let Jeremy pound yourself. Hoofen Watson. What up, A-Train? What's up, Sarkis? Dandy Lion? Dandelion? I'm sorry I butchered your name. Danielle Yan. What's up, Sarkis? What's up, Joey? What's up, Real Black Prince of Crypto? November to remember for XRP and Zebec 100%. Let's see here. I love this comment. Crypto Clay, or you could definitely fumble a password. 2028, the world will go digital. Let's go. Let's not forget about XPR. Definitely not forget about XPR. I'm an XRP guy, but I haven't really delved into the realm of Zebec. Zebec has partnerships. Let's go, Antoine. Let's show you here. One of the sites I very much love to use is CryptoRank.io. What I love about CryptoRank.io, and they should be sponsoring me with this. I shouldn't be giving this free information out, but I love to share things with the people. One of the things I love about CryptoRank.io is that they show you funds and backers of different projects. They've gone through, they've done the research, and that you can definitely double check them. I double check them. and it always seems to be right. So in here, they show XRP investors. Since you're an XRP investor, I wanted to highlight them because you see this investor, Lightspeed Ventures, right here. If I go open up, oh, okay, you don't see what I'm showing you. So CryptoRank.io, I love them because they show funds and backers. So if we click on overview here and we click on funds and backers, we see XRP's funds and backers. So one of the things that I want to share with you here is that Zebec and XRP, they share funds and backers. So I'm going to bring up another tab here, and I'm going to bring up Zebec. And I'm going to show Zebec's funds and backers, and you will also see Lightspeed Ventures here, okay? One of the things that you can double check if you want to as well, you see here Coinbase Ventures as one of Zebec Network's investors. Well, guess what? Andreessen Horowitz, Max always says his name in a very funny way. Andreessen Horowitz, they are also initial investors in Coinbase. So in that manner, they kind of share an investor as well, because Coinbase Ventures, Andreessen Horowitz is initial investor in Coinbase, and Coinbase Ventures is an investor in Zebec. So there they are, they're sharing that investor as well. Digital Currency Group, they're another one. Let's see here. So another thing to just note about Zebec, right? And remember on the Ondo ecosystem, it listed them as a liquidity provider. Look at all these different exchanges that list Zebec, right? Of course, Circle, right? So USDC. And remember how I keep relating to you guys that Zebec has all these different stable coins that they have partnered with them. They also have all these different exchanges that are partnered with them. So it's very clear that they're going to be a liquidity provider. It's very clear that they're going to be an on and off ramp for cryptocurrency, DeFi, TradFi, payroll. So look at all these different exchanges. Coinbase Ventures, Gemini, OKX Ventures. We've seen before Binance. If you go to their page, you see Binance on their page. Where else? Well, we see Solana there and Circle there. Those are, you could say that those are exchanges themselves or cryptos themselves. So again, there's a lot to like about Zebec when you see that and you know that. Well, Shima Capital too. Shima Capital also has Tangent Wallet that they have as an investment. They also have RWA, Real World Asset.xyz. And of course, we got Breyer Capital. This guy, Jim Breyer, he's an initial investor in Epic Games. Also, I think Facebook. Let's go look at his website. So when people keep saying that, well, Zebec doesn't have any partners and no partners are listed, it's absolute bullshit. BS, excuse me. Here's Jim Breyer. You look at his portfolio, you see Circle there. If we want to go look at some more, just look just straight at his portfolio. We see Marvel, we see Circle, we see Epic Games. And you scroll down to FinTech, you see Zebec right here. So all of the BS just needs to stop with people who spread all the lies and stuff like that. Circle. So yeah. Metal blockchain is going to be huge. Just saying, 100%. Zebec is it still ripping? Let's go look at it here. The price. I'll keep Jim Breyer stuff up, but I'm gonna go look at the price right quick. Okay, yep. And if you look at the week chart, this is perfect little triangle there. Perfect little triangle. Bull flag like crazy. Now can it break out and go beyond this 0.007? Let's see. Let's see. It's looking poised to with this news here. Looking very poised to. But yeah, let's go back to Breyer Capital here. And we might analyze some more of this stuff. Metallicus has biometric key recovery. Can we get to 0.005 tonight? Hey, anything to me under anything under 0.005 is a gift for real. Like especially I'm thinking it has the ability to go to 10 cents this bull run. Anything under 0.005 is such a gift. You know, conservatively 5 cents. But I'm, 5 to 10 cents this bull run. I would not be surprised at all. Cycles aren't over. This cycle will coincide with the 20-year debt cycle. Well, I'm not saying the cycles period are over. I'm saying the 4-year cycle, the way we think of the 4-year cycle seems to be over. According to the 4-year cycle, at least the way it happened last year, 2026 should be a down year. I don't think that that's true. I don't think that that's happening. Just to kind of show you what I mean by that, if we look at Bitcoin, so here's like I kind of have the lines drawn here. So for the last 4-year cycle, it was bullish 2020 all the way to like 2020, the end of 2021. And then it went bearish. All the way to like 2023. And started to go bullish, crazy bullish. And it's still being bullish. Like this, a crazy rise. So again, if we're counting a 4-year cycle going from 2020 to 2024, right, with 2020 to 2022 being the bullish times, then the bearish time should be somewhere here in 2026. And I'm not sure that that happens now. According to this kind of chart that we have here, we should be bearish in 2026. And I'm not sure that happens, at least for the first quarter of 2026. I don't think we're going to get any bearish times during that quarter. But the whole sell in May, walk away thing, maybe that happens in 2026. But if all these ETFs are going to be pushed out in the next 12 months, that may be something that we need to look out for. Hoping Zebec close tomorrow above 0.0046 for a bullish reversal. Let's go. See here. Da, 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 da. Here's A-Train's account. I had him in my DMs. What is up, A-Train? So definitely go over here and follow A-Train, guys, if you haven't already. This crypto family is amazing. Oh, watch the water. Yes, indeed. I never thought of that's an interesting thing, Crypto Clay, because there was this whole thing about washing the water, and it could wash the water could also be liquidity. I didn't even think about that, bro. I didn't even think about that. Let me start that comment, bro. Let me start that comment. So I don't know if you guys know the whole thing when it was going around where they were talking about watch the water. But that could be liquidity. That could be liquidity. What's up, Yazi Yair Bay? We got a Bay in the house. Appreciate you being here, brother. Uh at work there's this cat named Rommel. My people call him Ramiro. That's my people all out of love, aka Raul. I appreciate it, brother. What's up, Jose De La Torre? I appreciate it, bro. Yazzie, my man. I love in the comments, guys. Hold till a penny, swap back and buy back at 006. Double your bags. That's what I'm gonna do, not financial advice. You know, we shall see. So I know, like, when cryptos tend to hit 1 cent, they do tend to come back a little bit. I don't know if that'll happen with Zebec, but let's kind of look here at what happened with XCN. Let me bring up its price. XCN. So XCN was the hottest thing out until Justin Sun came and kind of did what he did. Allegedly. Everything I say is alleged. By the way. Oh, my mouse is just not working with me today. So let me see. We might not be able to look at this price like I really want to. My mouse is not working the way that I want to today. Let me see. Okay, there we go. It was a Surface I had it on. Okay, so you see here it went while it crushed through one. Came back for a hot second after going to one and just plowed right on up to 5 cents. This I would love to see this from Zebec. I would love to see that from Zebec. Let's have that happen. What's up, SP Lake? What's up, Tony? Yes, in the house. Frigid, I am the Don. That's not my smoke detector. Some people might have thought that, bro. Let's see here. Michelangelo, ZBCN up 10% an hour. I was like, Rue, not the smoke detector. Not the smoke detector. Oh gosh. I know you guys. I know you guys. Yeah, trading view alerts. I know you guys have seen all the memes where black people just don't hear the smoke detector. I swear that's me, bro. I swear that's me. I can't hear the smoke detector, bro. Oh man, I hope you guys love that fun right there, bro. There are a whole bunch of memes going around where black people just let the smoke detector just go, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. I swear I can't hear that thing, bro, sometimes. So uh let's see here. Where's the next resistance? What's up, Joey? I have about 1.7 million above 0.00387. Been holding for 5 months. I'm hoping something happens soon because I'm running out of patience. Again, guys, I know you guys say I'm running out of patience, but think about the people that invest in things like stocks or 401ks where they're like, okay, I'm going to wait for 20 years to get, you know what I mean? Or they're going to wait for 5 to 6 years to get X amount of interest, right? And it's not even something like 100% or 200%. They're waiting for like 20% interest over years and years of time. But you know, of course, do whatever works for you. But you know, I urge people to kind of look at charts and look at different things like that. I don't think we have pretty long to go. Just like I was showing you here with the chart. Again, not financial advice. Do what works for you. But I was just showing you guys here with the chart in which the RSI is showing us that it's about to do something. Right? That's market cap. That's not what I wanted. It's not down here for no reason, bro. So it's dangerously close to popping up out of this. And the last time it did this, it went 10x, and that was right here. That hump, that lovely lady lump right there. Just 10x. So again, it's going to be doing that from right here now. Perhaps we get a 10x to up here, right? But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. And again, for you people who may not have been around the crypto market for a long time, we've seen crypto do this more than once and more than one cycle, right? Case in point, stellar lumens, and this is not even most accurate. There it is. So we've seen crypto have 3 different cycles in which it's done this. So stellar went all the way up to 80 cents one cycle, 70 something cents another cycle, around 60 cents this cycle, and it's right here, right? Like it's ready to go ahead and go past this last cycle. Like it's created a floor kind of right here now. Whereas before, well, even before it created higher and higher floors. Floor's right here now. So how high can it go? We shall see. We shall see. What's up, Natwali, the Muskegon aristocrat? Salute. See you, A-Train. Thanks for coming through, bro. What's up, E? E is our moderator in our Telegram. What's up, family? We up. Let's go. The bags packed. We flying, guys. What's up, Chicago? Chip. What's your prediction for ZBCN by the end of December? 10 cents. 10 to 5 cents. Okay, so somewhere around that range, 5 to 10 cents. Again, this is how December normally goes: is people rearrange to tax harvest and all of that. So we might get some lull towards the beginning of December, but again, we got the ISO thing happening in 11/22, right? But still, we might get some lull towards the beginning of December, and then people reorganize for what is going to happen in the January, February time for the new year, and then towards the new year, we probably see a pop. But again, I think we're coming around pop time right now, and the charts show that. I just showed it to you. So this, and also we know October has the XRP ETFs, and we already saw one approved already. So I think we see a pop here, October, November. Little pullback at the beginning of December, and towards the new year, another upward trajectory. But yeah, let's continue here. I'm like, when though? It's been a long time since it broke 0.006. Yeah, I see what you're saying. What's up, Drake Lands? You're doing great work, Ruel. Appreciate it. What's up, Zaddy Kane? Zaddy Kane 90. We about to be multi-year run, 25 to 35 cent cycle. I'm calling it now. Thank you for the super chat there. $2 super chat. Bro, fix that smoke alarm. We ain't judging you. I appreciate the $2 super chat, super alarm. Dex Ranger. What's up? E, and cryptocurrency money leaves the hands of the impatient into the hands of the patient. 1 cent is nothing for Zebec. 100%. Ultimately, it's going to go higher, fam. Just keep buying Zebec dips until it does, for sure. Not financial advice or anything like that. We've just seen this countless amount of times in crypto, especially when it comes to things that are utility coins. Example I love to show people is what happened with Intel, right? Intel was something that was used that's still used in tons of computers, and how Intel just chilled forever. This is not going to be an Intel situation, right? But I just want to show you guys this. Oh, and my mouse refuses to cooperate with me. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. So I seriously don't think there's going to be an Intel situation in which people are waiting for years, but Intel was just chilling for a while under the 20 cent mark. Until it wasn't. And boom. So people that were patient enough to hold, cash, look at that, bro. Like to 70 some dollars. That's some crazy stuff right there. Again, what other examples we need? Bitcoin, XRP, which has the same tokenomics. We know that. How long did these guys have to wait? Right? We go XRP. And see, this is not even the right chart, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So these dudes, XRP people, especially those that got screwed here in 2018. They had to wait. If you got screwed here in 2018, you had to wait 8 years, about 8 years for XRP to get back to where it is. You had to wait 8 years. And I know, guys, I'm not trying to say what your risk tolerance is or what you need to do, but you do what's best for you. But I feel blessed to have found Zebec, and knowing where we are right now, we're already, if you found it at 0007, you've already been up 10x, and you're already still up 7x, right? And when it hits 5 to 7 cents, you'll be up like crazy X. And we know that this is going to happen because of the utility. We know that it's going to happen because this liquidity is going to be needed for projects. Like it's not even a question. It's not even a question. But let's continue. Had to stop on my walk home to pet a random cat sitting on the curb while watching some vibes. There are so many other opportunities to invest in other assets as well. Shout out to Rue, Underdog, Shook Focus, and Crossroads, 100%. Zebec wears pink moon boots. Oh, what's up, that one guy? Penny incoming, 100%. Thank you, E, for the $10 super sticker. Appreciate it, brother. It's going to rip all night. Any review on Digibyte? I need to do a review on that, Z. I do. I don't have one on it right now. Not even in the past, so I have to look at that. ZBCN check, Token check, long coin check, XPR check, just waiting to scale. Let's look at XPR right quick, actually. Or that whole metal blockchain. Hopefully my stuff is not showing. Metallicus, I'm really high on Metallicus, guys. Okay, at one point they had they had 60 million total value locked. It's at 57.7 right now. A lot of that, I'm sure, has to do with the pullback we've had right now. XRP was $3. XPR was 66, up to 6.066, right? But they have added Cardano, which they got a whole million worth of value here with Cardano. I really can't wait for them. I hope they add SHX pretty soon. Let me see. Governance. While you guys are looking at these values, I'm going to look at the governance. See if they're going to add. They added a one for silver and tokenized gold. This is interesting. Let me put this up. So they already added ADA, There's one to add veracity. Telcoin. But this one connects his money with his tokenized gold and silver, is integrated with Indonesia's state-run postal service, PT POS, and the Jakarta Futures Exchange, which demonstrates the actionable scalability. This is interesting. So, will they add it or no? Because none of the above is really kind of winning right now. We shall see what happens here. But I put out a post for them to add SHX. Another guy did as well. Shout out to him. But let's see if we can find it. There's also a post to add Zenfin. I don't know if it ever passed XDC or not. I don't know. It looks like it did pass, but for 0. I don't know how that's gonna how that works, but reserve rights. So here's one from on point 313, and here's the one I did. They got a straight minds out because it was supposed to be for rewards. So we'll just look at this one here. Hopefully they vote this one because I want to see it. I want to see SHX on here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. What's up, Mark Pilra? FOMO, baby. What's up, Mr. Mac? What's up, YT Premium Orin? What announcement? We'll know tomorrow. We'll know tomorrow. I'll be on here with Black Tiger Miner. What's up, Dave C? Let's go. What are you nuts? Sharia law. What are you cheering about? Sharia on you nuts? I'm not sure what you mean there, Dave C. What's this news coming out? Anyone? They haven't told us yet. Swift coin hoarder feeling bullish. Let's go. I'm trans. Wait, what? I'm transracial. I'm black as of today. Transracial? What? I don't know what you mean by that. What's up, SP Lake? Hey, well, I'm transcontinental. I'm guessing nobody knows the news is coming out. Well, we're guessing that it might be Mica compliance. Meaning I'm also a country and continents. There you go. Swift Coin's a gem, 100%. We have tons of Swift videos on here. I'm definitely into Swift Coin. I really do think Swift Coin is going to be the quote unquote Chinese XRP. There's so many connections to Swift and XRP. I think it's going to be a key piece for BricsPay. So I'm definitely into Swift Coin. Whatever the heck it is going on, I dig it. What's up, JSK? What's all the scam for today? Fam, remember ZBCN does not have regulatory challenge headwinds that XRP had for it for years. I even say, and that's a good point, E. That's a very good point. The regulatory challenges that XRP had held it down for years. Okay, so we don't have that. We don't have that at all going on with ZBCN. In fact, they're getting SOC 2. They've already gotten SOC 2. If they get Mica, like there's nothing to hold it back like XRP had for years. Okay, with this regime, okay, there's nothing to hold it back. That's a great, excellent point there, E. Another thing to note, remember we showed you guys, shout out to Creative Control, where the crypto czar and his Craft Ventures company is actually invested in ZBCN. Okay, and Gronk told us that that was the case. Let me see if I can find that. Pull that up right quick. So Gronk told us that was the case. And that's another thing to just very much like the fact that the crypto czar is invested in ZBCN. That's another reason for Trump and friends to make sure ZBCN gets what it needs, right? Let me see, craft. Okay, so here it is. Craft Ventures, co-founded by David Sachs, was an investor in Zebec's $8.5 million seed funding round in 2022, supporting the blockchain-based payment platform's development. So it agrees. It agrees. Again, shout out to Creative Control for this one. It's crazy. That's crazy to think about, guys. The crypto czar, the head guy for crypto, supposedly, in Trump's entourage or cabinet or committee or whatever you want to say there, he's invested in Zebec. Now, what else do you need? I love AMP. Great interview on Paul Barron with the CEO. I'll have to check that one out. What's up, Craig? Another $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Dreamer. You got a price for XDC in the next couple of years, Rue? Well, you know what I mean? I was looking at that, and I was thinking, okay, well, if XDC is the settlement coin for R3 Corda, and, XRP is the settlement coin and all of this other stuff, then shouldn't XDC is like a third of the supply of XRP. Shouldn't XDC be multiple dollars, right? It just really should be multiple dollars. Let's go look at XDC right quick. It really, really should be at multiple dollars in the next few years. I know some people are running like nodes for XDC. So right now, it's crazy up from its all-time high, right? So is XRP, by the way. But if you realize what this is used for, and it, R3 Corda and like all the stuff that the UN plans to use it for trade finance, and that the total supply is only about 38 billion, there's no reason to think that this doesn't go to like if XRP is at $3 right now, why couldn't this be at like $10? Right, of course, they got half of the supply that they're still holding back, right? But this is highly undervalued in my opinion. And if you want to source a resource for XDC, just check out Smoke again. Let's look and see what Smoke has to say about XDC. He's been posting about it recently. We're gonna start giving you guys more XDC videos. Investment case for XDC ISO 2002. Revolutionizing trade finance, fast, securable blockchain for institutions, collaboration with industry titans. So understand too that XDC might be a fork of Quorum. So it can work with Ethereum, okay? XDC targets 5 trillion daily trade finance, 2 quadrillion annually as tokenized NFTs transform the market. And remember, there was just a law passed for tokenized products, for tokenized securities by NASDAQ. So look at what Smoke says right here. Tokenizing NFTs transform the market. Let me see if I can pull up that article where NASDAQ So right here, NASDAQ makes push to launch trading of tokenized securities. Shout out to the patrons. I gave you a whole bunch of different cryptocurrencies. I gave you a list of ones that are going to take advantage of this law. Okay. NASDAQ is working with U.S. regulators to introduce trading of tokenized securities, becoming the latest major financial player on Wall Street to double down on a boom in tokenization amid the easing of crypto regulations under the Trump administration. If approved, this would mark the first instance of tokenized securities. So think about trade finance, think about carbon credits, think about real estate, think about anything that can be tokenized being allowed to trade on a major U.S. stock exchange, and will also signify the most ambitious attempt yet by an exchange operator to bring blockchain-based settlement. R3 Corda XDC is settlement for that whole platform into the national market system. And this is why we had XDC at events with Trump and everybody, right? At the White House after being pretty much shunned, right? So what is the limit for XDC? I'm not, who knows? But like, now's the time while it's at 7 cents, right? Like this is what I'm trying to bring to you guys, right? Things like this. So this is it, right? Let's see here. Justin, XDC co-founder, confirms XDC ETF application will be filed with the SEC in the next coming weeks. What? That's what I'm saying, guys. This is like, I didn't even plan it to be this way. Like, let me go. Oh, I thought I was showing that to you. Am I not showing that to you? Or are we paused? Looks like we're paused. Hold on, let me close some stuff down. Okay, let me see. Can you guys see me now? As I closed down a lot of stuff, or is it still frozen? Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. You just can't see the tab I think I'm sharing. Okay, let me close that. And let me share another tab. Close that tab. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know that you're seeing what I'm showing you. I had to re-enter the studio because it didn't seem like it was showing what I was showing you. So let me share screen again. So here it is. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this. Because this is exactly what we were showing you earlier, right? Let's play it now.
What's next? What's the roadmap looking? Well, amazing testimony to the approach of XDC and certainly the company that you're keeping. So no wonder you're having such fine success. Ritesh, again, without giving away any secret sauce, can you share with us a bit about what's next? What's the roadmap looking like?
See, first of all, we are like sitting on a very interesting time, and we are also excited about tech side. We did XDC 2.0, and like it's become very stable. It's a very secure network now. Just recently, we launched ETP for XDC. In European region with Euronext 21 share is our issuers for ETP. And now the best part is we are going to apply for ETF for XDC.
Oh, wow. I hear that. I don't know if you're hearing it first, but hearing it early. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's a very exclusive one that we are going to launch ETF So we are applying with SEC within like a couple of weeks.
Wow, congratulations. Well, amazing testimony to the approach of XDC and certainly the company that you're keeping. So no wonder you're having such fine success. Ritesh, again, without giving away any secret sauce, can you share with us a bit?
So that's crazy. They're having an ETF coming like very soon. Very soon. So we definitely for me, I think it's the time to hop on things like XDC out here, right? So that's crazy to think about, but it's here. It's here already. It's here already. Where things like this are gonna have ETFs. That's what I was kind of saying here with that. Let me see if I can get to that comment. Okay, well, we are gonna miss some comments here because I had to restart. XRP did not hit 4 digits on inauguration day, but picture Brad and Stewart and Trump at Mar-a-Lago was enough justification for my opinion, 100%. I'm late to the party. What up, Zebec fam? Let's go. Rick, don't curse us with that thought, please. That's crazy. Let's see here. What's up, Black Tiger Miner? Again, we're gonna be live with Black Tiger Miner tomorrow, so definitely tune in for that. Appreciate you coming through. What's up, OG Crypto? What's up, Hitter All Day? OG Crypto with the $5 super chat. Can we have a quick peek at ZBC or at XCN? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Let's look at XCN right quick. Okay. XCN. XCN is one of these ones. I shorted it just for a quick little flip. I got a little 100% gain on BTCC. Again, if you guys aren't doing the BTCC thing, you're missing out. And I already done some trading classes in my Patreon to tell people how to take advantage of these short moves in the market. And I knew it was going to go down today. So I took advantage of that. And I made a quick 2x on what I chose to put into futures trading. Okay, so really we want to look at the week chart. And on a week chart, again, it looks like it's ready to pop up, just like ZBCN is on the week chart. So you can kind of see here, it looked like it was flagging too, and it kind of broke out of the flag here a little bit as it went down. But again, I'm not worried about XCN. I really do think XCN has, you could still kind of say it's in that flag, really though. XCN, if we look at, if we go back to the Ondo ecosystem, I think this is XCN right here where it says Connexus. Okay, I can actually show you this actually. Where it says Connexus by JP Morgan, this used to be called Onyx. You know why it used to be called Onyx? A lot of people thought, okay, well, this Onyx by JP Morgan is something different. It has nothing to do with the Onyx, Onyx related to chain. It has nothing to do with that. But in actuality, a lot of people like our guy, shout out to Shook Focus, actually do believe it has to do with the Onyx for JP Morgan from Onyx blockchain. I do too. I also believe it has to do with that Onyx. So but yeah, looks like I need to get on a night shift. Let's go. Crypto Clay, what up, hitter? We can't be stopped, brother. BTM, let's go. Nelson, great. No Sony. Great work as usual. Keep it up. Appreciate it. Water equals liquidity. Very smart thinking. Yeah, that's Crypto Clay right there. I can't take credit for that one. We just getting started, family. Let's go. Just Queenan in here. So millionaires will be printed with Zebec. Well, you know, millionaires will be printed with a lot of different cryptos. You know, I hate that term because it's like you know, a lot of different things can make you a millionaire. And I feel like when a lot of crypto influencers use that, they're just clickbaiting. But when I said, you know, at 0007, if you had 20 million, if you had 20 million Zebec, you would get to $1 million. You would get to $1 million. That was based on the fact that I think Zebec will go to 5 cents a coin. So at 20 million, at 5 cents a coin, that maps out to $1 million. So if you have 20 million Zebec and it gets to 5 cents, that maps out to $1 million USDT or USD. So yes, I do think it will make millionaires for sure. But again, people have a lot of different. If you're like me and you got a lot of different you got a lot of different crypto assets. Zebec, Swiftcoin, you know, XRP. You know, you will get to $1 million based off of all these different cryptos. 5 months is nothing. Even when we finally do pump to like 120 or even 40 cents, I'm still gonna let my bag ride. Let's go, Block Trip. AD33 in here. What's up? What time is Trump speaking on crypto tomorrow? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Watch the water ripple. That's my whole reason I started to buy XRP. That's one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite live streams by far. Oh man, I appreciate that, Brock Trip. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Zebec is a ship. Swift is the water drop. Let's go, Crypto Clay. I'm so enthused about Swift, guys. They go out of their way not to mention Swift on all of these things. The only way you can know about Swift is by knowing about Swift. If you go on Node Capital's site, they don't list that they're invested in Swift. If you go on Tim Draper's Draper Dragon site, they don't list that they're invested in Swift. Like, they go out of their way to hide Swift. So that's why I think Swift is going to be very, 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 very lucrative indeed, because they go out of their way to just not mention it. And it has all the symbolism of water. It has all these different connections to everything. Alibaba Pay, Baidu, WeChat. Swift is going to be one that really surprises people. Symbolism, family, symbolism, 100%. We still early. Speaking Blackrue, appreciate it, Black Tiger Miner. It's all about liquidity, 100%. I saw crazy gains from last bull run holding Matic. I could easily see the same thing from Matic. That's another one. And we were talking about Matic on Benzinga when it was like 2 cents and it went to like $3, right? Check the history. We've been talking about Matic since 2 cents on this channel. Craziness. But don't go look at those Benzinga videos. I mean, go look at them. But I'm just saying, I've done a lot of things with my appearance since the Benzinga videos. Obviously, I comparing the two, I would say, bro, I lost like 50 pounds out here since Since the Benzinga videos, I lost like 50 pounds out here. Obviously, comparing the two, it would be better to say gains, but who am I? Zebec Network is really just bringing the heat. I feel like it's going to be nonstop announcements for the next few months. Owen, 10 cents. Green A, Owen. I'm 2 of my Owen. Let's go. Zebec will be legendary. Spread the word. BTM knows. Crypto, that's what's up. Question is, will there be enough liquidity to sell? Well, I don't see how there wouldn't be enough liquidity. Zebec is on uphold. Zebec can be sold within the DCENT wallet. I don't know why you think there wouldn't be enough liquidity. Dogecoin was not on that many exchanges, but there was enough liquidity to sell that. Yeah, I think it's fine. As long as the back doesn't come back down, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not gonna come back down. It's definitely developed the floor here. So you guys need to get into the Patreon where you can learn some things about the charts a little bit. At least where the chart is right now, it looks very good, as if it's going to pop back up. It would be a crazy type of fall if it went any lower than this on the chart. I really can't see it going any lower than this on the chart. And as you can see, it's already popped back up from where it was at 0.37. Like, the chart is looking very healthy. On the weekly, on the 3-day, on the 2-day, you can see here it's still when the blue line is over the red line, this is called the golden cross. So in the golden cross territory on the 3-day or on this 2-day, it's still very bullish. And there are a lot of different cryptos like this that are very bullish, in which the 50 EMA is over the 100 EMA. That's a very bullish time for a cryptocurrency. So if it's like that, that pretty much means it's probably not going to go back down. Like, I'll be hard pressed right now to find a crypto that isn't bullish, but let me see if I can find one. We would have to go search out some meme coins to find something that's not bullish right now, to be honest with you. But you see these times in which the red line has gone back over the blue. That's a bearish time. Since we're not in a bearish time, it's a bullish right now for the coin. So in XDC's instance, it's also bullish. I think we would have to go to XCN to maybe find something that might be bearish right now. Even that isn't bearish. Let's see here. So I would literally have to go find a meme coin to try to find a bearish thing right now. But see, even this is still technically bullish. But see, okay, so if we go back here, you see where clearly this red was over the blue. That is bearish type of behavior right there. To just kind of show you guys how some charting type of stuff. Like, if we go back to the bearish years of Bitcoin, you'll see where the red line is over the blue, and this is clearly bearish falling action. Whereas the blue line is over the red, it's just bullish city here. So that's just to answer your question there. Just cleaning. Yes. Show you guys all of that. Darn it. Let's go back. Where were we? Here. So sorry about that, guys. So Again, the blue line over the red, that's bullish, and the red line over the blue is bearish. Like I can't even find any cryptos that would be bearish right now. Everything's bullish. When the blue line is over the red, that's called the golden cross, by the way. And Zebec is definitely golden crossed up. So it's unlikely. Like it actually looks very, very good as far as the chart is concerned. And that's a clear bull flag as far as the chart's concerned as well. Coins in my piggy bank and King's Crypt. Zebec is already partnered with the top money movers in the world, and Ripple will be next, in my opinion, 100%. That's another thing. ODL, baby. Team 000. Let's go. Sean. What's up, Sean? Iowa 78. Frequent watcher, man. Appreciate you for coming back through. Yes, sir. That's where I got in. Thank you, Bullzilla. Hitting Jim Hunter. 1 million Zebec challenge. Boom. Let's go. Nice bag. Well, Ruel, he did give you $2 for batteries for your smoke alarm. Oh my goodness. You guys are killing me, bro. You're killing me. What's up, Crypto Crossroads Show? Yeah, well, I got to get you back on here too, brother. Let's show Crypto Crossroads Show's channel. So if you guys mosey on over to the Twitter, you can find him over here too. Crypto Crossroads Show, a great follow on Twitter. If you guys haven't followed him already, you can see here he's posting great stuff about Lightlink and its connection to Velo. And he's also posting my stuff too, which I appreciate. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, so much. You go over to YouTube. So if you go through his Twitter, you can get the direct link right there. And you can see, and bro's only had his channel for like about 7 months, and he's already at 600. Not showing the T. He's already at 673 subscribers in 6 or 7 months, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. But even if you guys forget to do that, you can come over to my channel and, you know, you can see, like I said, the show, XDC is the coin of the United Nations. Just a under 20-minute show for you guys, because I know I want to provide you guys with more content like that. Definitely go check that out if you haven't. And then me and Max did some shows on the Super app. Definitely want to check that out as well. But then if you kind of mosey your way on down here, you see creators that I frequent. The Mooneyverse, I was just on Mooney's channel. Underdog Research channel, Shook Focus. Digital, Shook Focus just came on. And we talked about Swift blockchain. If you guys didn't catch that, you should, because there were a lot of gems dropped by me and Shook in that video. Where is it at here? Right here. Me and Shook killed on that. Like this should have way more viewers than this, but Swift blockchain videos just don't do as well as the Zebec ones. But we dropped some alpha this show. But anyways, so you got Shook, Max, Mooney, Gentleman of Crypto, NYC Odd App, Simon Family Investments, Benzinga, One-on-One Media, Crypto Future. Shout out to Crypto Future. We do an exclusive show, me, Future, and Max, the Triple Threat team, every Thursday, only on Patreon. You definitely want to catch that. And then you got the Ronin Experience right here, my brother, Ronin Experience. And then the Crypto Crossroads Show right here. So you can't say you don't know how to find them. I gave you 2 different ways to find my bro. So definitely check out Crypto Crossroads show. He covers some coins that I don't cover, like IXS and some others. So definitely check that out. So let's go here. What exchange can I buy XPR? You want to go to the Metal app. The Metal app, you can buy this on, or you can download this on Google or Apple. So let me just show you so you can know Metal Pay. So you want to do Metal Pay app, okay? This is what it looks like. I'll show you the image. So you want to do Metal Pay app. This is what it'll look like. And then once you do the Metal Pay app, you can, that's your on and off ramp, okay? Then you want to go get a web auth wallet. Web auth. And once you do the web auth wallet, this is what it'll look like. This W right here, right? This is also Metallicus. And once you do the web auth wallet, then you can do things like this lending platform. The lending is essentially like a staking, but they're just telling you that they're going to lend, okay? So you can go get loan, and you can do things like, I forget what they call it. They call it like a loop, a DeFi lending loop. So once you lend on here, you get paid out to lend. So you get paid out here. You get a certain percentage in XPR and loan, and then you take that loan and you stake that loan. I've been doing this, and I'm telling you guys, you know, I'm getting like 3% interest, and you know, just like we totaled it up here before, it's mattering. It's mattering. I'm getting tangible amounts of money, like, you know, that I can use a month, but I just keep rolling it over, right? Again, what did we show you here when we were looking at this passive income, right? In which we just took $100,000 as a base. You get paid out here with 5.3% interest. $100,000 monthly will give you $435. Man, that's a bill. That's more cryptocurrency. That's anything you want right there with $435, just passive income. And we took this. Where did we get this 5.3% APY from? We got this from Uphold and staking Flare. If we staked Flare on the Uphold platform, so use anything that you can get 5.3% APY from, right? And you could use other coins. It could be Algorand. It could be Aptos or XLR or whatever, right? But should you be staking that much? That's the outcome you would get, right? But again, let me go back to a metal lending. So you might want to look at this, and as they add coins, they're just gonna get more total value locked in this platform. So I'm really high on Metal and what they're doing over there. And if you didn't catch my show, my most recent show where I put out about Metal, they just did the first stable coin for the first credit union in the US. So this is not your daddy's cryptocurrency market, right? This market, crypto's here to stay, guys, and it's not going away. And it's just going to get more and more value headed towards cryptocurrency. This is not a fly-by-night thing. This is not baseball and basketball cards. These are not Pokemon cards. These are actual assets that are going to continue to grow in value. Forget all the garbage and bull you've heard about cryptocurrencies. These are assets that are going to grow like gold and silver as long as you hold on to them, right? As long as you're developing and investing in utility coins, not the meme garbage. As long as you're investing in utility, like things like XRP, things like Zebec, things that are being used for payroll and payment, those things will grow and continue to grow in value. And how do we know this? Just like I just showed you, they're bringing it to the stock market and they're putting it in ETFs. What are more diamond hands than ETFs? Nothing, right? I have a piece of information that I showed the patrons about the Bitcoin ETFs. Shout out to the patrons. I won't share that information with you guys, but I shared it with the patrons. These ETFs, man, they're gonna bring so much liquidity to crypto, right? And I just showed you where Eric Balanchunas said he's expecting 100 crypto ETFs in the next 12 months. Didn't we just show that to you? Let me just bring it back up in case people coming in late. Let me just bring it back up. And I know somebody's going to complain, man, I can't sit through a 4-hour show, man. Even though I got 20-minute shows for you, somebody's still going to complain, but we're going to keep going. So let's see. So here it is. This is a good point. So they're talking about how generic standards have been issued so that crypto ETFs can go faster. So they put a boilerplate into place so crypto ETFs can go faster. And this is what Matt Hogan was saying. And then Eric Balchunas said, this is a good point. The last time they implemented generic listings standards for ETFs, launches tripled. Good chance we see north of 100 crypto ETFs launched in the next 12 months. And then what did I just show you? What did I just show you from the CEO of XDC? They're expecting their application to be accepted within the next coming weeks. So add that to the list. And what you think is going to happen to XDC price when that happens? Just saying, man. Just saying. So you have a Spotify, give it a listen. Okay, got you. What's your crypto target price for those cycles? We went over the price. Oh, okay, got you. King Crooked, also Crooked Eye. I like Crooked Eye. He was a member of Slaughterhouse, wasn't he? You know, I know I got a few rap people I listen to. I'm not as Max actually knows a lot of more about hip hop than I do actually out here. Shout out to my guy Max. What's your low end prediction for XPR this cycle? Well, we did a market cap of A for this. And again, we know market cap is not a 100% predictor of what can happen in the market or for cryptocurrency, but it does give us numbers that we can kind of think of in our head. Like, for instance, if ZBCN had the market cap of Caspa at its all-time high, that would put it at 5 cents a coin. So that would be ZBCN at 5 million a coin, or at 5 billion market cap, ZBCN is a little over 5 cents. That's it. Like that's all we would need to get to 5 cents. So that's a 12x from here. Literally, like a 12 to 13x. That's all we need. Now, if you use that same type of logic and you look at XPR, well, that puts it at 17 cents. So XPR gets to 5 billion market cap. It's at 17 to 18 cents. there we go. So, and that's not too hard to do. I don't think. We got meme coins to go to 1 billion or 2 billion. So 5 billion for utility. And if it gets in a what do you call it? If it gets into a ETF, oh, forget about it. Let's look at XDC. Same thing. Well, they're already at 1 billion 3. 28 cents if it gets to 5 billion. So XDC, we gotta use a different metric for this. We gotta do something like Hedera. Where it's come on. All right. H bar. Okay, I did do it right. Okay, so H bar, all-time high. So 81 cents if it gets 14 billion market cap. Could you see that? I could definitely see something like that. That's a 10x from here. I could definitely see something like that. Now, what's beyond H bar? I don't even know. Pepe or something like that. No, it didn't get that high. Let's just go XRP. Why not? With XRP's market cap, it would be like $10, like $10 or $11. If it got to $210 billion, XDC would be $11 coin. So there we go. But Mica compliance is not a major institutional partnership. That's a good point. That's why maybe we get NBA partnership. Maybe we get. I think they were just trying to go off of the picture that they gave us in that. That's a good point, Sean. That's a really good point. That's a really, really good point. But I think someone was talking about like one of the banks that have to do with the Mica partnership. So we'll have to see how that goes. Or maybe they finally tell us what's going on with them in Ripple. You know what? It might be them in Ripple. That's a good question. Because they gave us that city though, and it's a European thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because it'd be nice if they told us what happens to Ripple. And I always thought they would tell us what happened with Ripple after the first Ripple ETF came out, and the first Ripple ETF is out. So, what's up, Lay Square? New Jersey in the house. Good evening. Appreciate you, brother. While I'm a Transformer Autobots roll out. That's enough. Let's see here. Yep, for sure. OG Crypto's in at 00089. What's up, Crypto Pete? ZBCN is awesome. I've been loading nearly daily now for around a year. Let's go. My bags are super fat out here. Let's go, Crypto Pete. What's up? I talked to a group of crypto guys and they just don't want to understand and see the value of Zebec. They say Zebec tried to mix XRP in their talks and they feel offended and weird. Well, it was influencers that were doing that. It was influencers that were mixing XRP in with Zebec. But I just showed you how Zebec and XRP, they share investors. That's factual. But it was influencers who were out here saying, sell your XRP to buy Zebec. That was influencers doing that. And I'm documented to be pushing back against them. So when people were saying that, I was saying, why would you sell your XRP? That's like selling your gold. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. You can own both, but why would you sell your XRP? That doesn't make any sense. So, yep, don't worry about others, worry about yourself. Loading up 100%. XRP and ZBCN 100%. Don't forget about Simon and Robbie Nichnick from BlackRock being Eskimo brothers. Probably nothing. And see, I was the first person to share that. I'm proud to say that Simon and Robert Michnick from BlackRock, head of digital assets, are college mates. They went to the same college and they were in the same branch of that college, which is I think commerce or finance college for the Queen's University. I found that information. I shared that first. So I'm really proud to be the person who have shared that with you guys first. Yeah, man. There's so many good connections. There's so many damn great connections with ZBCN. I don't know why people don't get that. But hey, more for us, right? It's almost like when you find good cryptos like this, you almost have to expect people to speak negatively about them, right? How many people spoke negatively about XRP for so long, right? How many people spoke negatively about Bitcoin for so long? How many people said that there were Ethereum killers that were supposed to kill Ethereum, and now Ethereum's got their gas problems under control? How many people? So you have to think about, if you got a good cryptocurrency, it's almost like expected that somebody's going to come out and say something bad about it. And you almost have to question if it's like they're trying to stop people, and not they being the project, but like people are like, okay, this is so good, I need to stop people from investing in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bitcoin is so good, I need to stop people investing in it. Ethereum's so good, I need to prevent people from investing in it so I can have more. Like, people think this way, man. It's not I don't, but there are people out here who think like that. So yeah, don't sleep on Propi for sure. That's a good one, Sean. Also invested in their partners with Zebec. Also, they're a Tim Draper owned company. Just so people can see that. Let's bring that up. And again, people are sleeping on Tim Draper on here. You guys know I've done many mind maps to show all the things that Tim Draper is invested in. But hey, let's just go on to his website, Draper VC Portfolio, and let's do a search by crypto and look at all the crypto stuff he's into. Arkham, Baidu, which we told you earlier, Bancor, Bitcoin, Bitfall, Coinbase, Ethereum, Etherscan, Ethermail, Gemini, and Coinbase. Already two of the biggest American exchanges. This man is invested in it. Like, just grasp that, okay? And know that those are also two partners of Zebec, okay? Gemini, and Coinbase, and this billionaire, Tim Draper. Let's continue. Ledger, Lemon Cash, MakerDAO, Lunar Crush, Polygon, Matic, Polymarket, and there's Propiverse, blockchain-based real estate marketplace and transaction platform. So it makes sense that another company that Tim Draper's invested in, Propi, would partner with Zebec, another company that he's also invested in, probably through Gemini, through Coinbase Ventures again. So Robinhood, Stacks, Tezos, Ton, Witnet, like so many things that this guy's invested in. How many like blockchains did we just name that were like huge blockchains? Ethereum, Bitcoin, Polygon Matic, Zebec, Arkham. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. He really is the king crypto out here. Zebec ETF soon. I love it. I love the XCN content, Brew. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing a lot more XCN content here. Will Quant move after Cybos? Quant's one of them ones too. They're gonna try to do everything they can to get people to get shaken out. But you gotta believe. Shout out to Mine Crypto. He's been covering how there's so many people there's so much quant being bought up right now. We're doing this extra long show, guys. I hope you guys appreciate it. I really hope you guys appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. So let's check out Mine Crypto. He's another good follow out here, guys. Definitely follow Mine Crypto if you haven't already. But he's up here showing how so many people are grabbing quant. Okay, let me share this. So, shout out to Mine Crypto. He follows me. Quant, a few new transactions in. Coinbase to a private wallet, 950 quant. Total 8,797 quant. Transaction to another private wallet of 1,135 quant, which, if you just take the 135, that adds up to 9, and that's a great number. Total in this wallet, 8,981 quant. No ETH, no outflows, only old quant. Quant, UK, US task force tackling digital reds. Okay. Quant over ledger could be used to bridge stablecoins and tokenize assets across borders. So he's going heavy on quant. Quant talks. Also, check out our guy, King Channing, who also talks quant out here. Definitely go check out King Channing's channel. I'm gonna have Channing on too one of these days, man. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have Channing on the channel too. I know you guys have seen him in collaborations with Max. I'm gonna have Channing on too. We just gotta figure it out. In the process of doing that right now. So definitely check out Channing if you guys haven't already. Expect to see him on the show very, very soon. Very, very soon. So yeah, I think Quant will be moving. Will be moving for sure. I think they're just doing all they can to shake people out. I also think that Quant will be one of these cryptos that gets an ETF for it, for sure out here, for sure. So you definitely want to try to get in before it does. Not financial advice, but this is just what I'm thinking out here. This is what I'm thinking. So let's go ahead and continue. What's up, Gaza? Gaza Corp, salute. WF Capital, what's up, bro? It's been a while. Zebec, US Pamping. Zebec. Let's go, brother. Appreciate you being in the house. What's up, Mr. Spader 007? What's up, 9 Iron? Yep, we got that one. And Ripple are the sales. Okay, okay, gotcha. MasterCard on Uphold. Okay, okay, let's read this for sure. Imagine 30 million. It will be the plumbing, MasterCard and Uphold. No, you need to stake it for 15% APY. Yes, indeed. We showed that earlier. And Ripple are the sales. Look, why pick one winner when they all can win? And see, that's the thing. They are all going to play their part, right? Like we were just showing you guys with the Ondo ecosystem. Everybody has their part to play here. It's Ripple can't do it all, but everything can connect into Ripple, but Ripple can't do it all. So everybody's gonna have their part to play here, be it the Arbitrums, the Aquariuses, the XLRs, the Stellars, the Strongholds, the Chain Links. Everybody's gonna have their part to play. There's not just gonna be one winner. That's why we're not maxis of just one thing, right? That's why we're not maxis of one thing. They can all use Zebec for micro transactions, 100%. XRP will be used for cross-border and derivatives. Late on the parade, what is up, bingo? Volts stake or Volts staking. What's up? Swift or equals Swift C. There's a reason to think that maybe, at least when it comes to foreign. Okay, so first of all, they signed a coexistence name agreement, right? So to be very strict in what you're saying, that would be a no. However, I think this bears weight, okay? Swift blockchain coexistence agreement with Swift. So this is what they say. I think this is very telling. This is a critical milestone in establishing Swift blockchain as the premier facilitator of crypto transfers, easier, faster, safer. We believe this agreement has wider implications for the blockchain and crypto community, since it's further proof of overarching theme that the old Swift and the new Swift are able to coexist. Now, I'd say go check out that video that Shook Focus and I did on my channel. We get really deep into the weeds about this. I can't cover it all in the short amount of time that we have here. Definitely go to my channel and go check out the live that me and Shook Focus did. We really do kind of an overview of what Swift blockchain is, and we get into some new news on it. Okay, so here it is right here. Swift blockchain Mizuho is the key to BricsPay. Definitely check that out if you want to know more about Swift blockchain and why both he and I still really believe in what Swift blockchain has going on. I was in XRP since 12 cents. Wow, Mr. Spader, that's crazy. What about Weekend? Any news? I haven't checked it out. Weekend. What's up, Rick Gam? Somebody got to give me some more information on Weekend, because what I saw, I wasn't too impressed with. But no hate on Weekend. I just need to do more research. So no hate. I'm not footing it. I'm not. I just have to do some more research. Price rises, you need to cover liquidity. Yep. I find it hard to look past anything with as much utility as quant. It literally connects current legacy systems to any crypto project. People can stake quant for gateways. We'll be buying up more quant. Yeah, it's hard to say, like, there's definitely utility in quant, and I think people should definitely own some quant. I have no qualms with quant. I definitely own some quant myself, but I definitely own more Zebec, because I think I believe in both projects, to be honest with you. So it's up to people where they want to go with that. I hold 0.5% of the network. I'm not selling. Wow. Yes, no other blockchain handles microtransactions. Wow. That's what ZBCN is. It's programmable money. That makes a lot of sense. Because ZBCN, they called it liquidity, right? If we go back to the whole Ondo Finance thing, they call Ripple liquidity. They also call ZBCN liquidity. And they keep making all these deals with all these stable coins. They even have a private stable coin now with Xano. So I can see it, what you're saying there, that they're programmable money. That makes a whole bunch of sense. There, Mr. Spader. If you're showing the charts, we're not seeing it. Yep. I messed that up a couple different times. SOC 2 they got passed for. Yes, Zebec can benefit from quant, but quant doesn't need Zebec. Don't get me wrong, they all have their place, but quant can make any project meet their full potential. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. And just for me, this is me as an investor. I always feel like, okay, I'm not putting my eggs in one basket. I'm just not. I don't know if something can happen with this, that, or the other thing. I want to make sure that I pick a few winners, right? This would be just the same as, like, you're not going to put all your money in one bank account. Kind of like that, right? I got some quant. I got some Zebec. I got some XRP. I got some XDC. I got a few different cryptos, right? I'm not going to hitch my train to one wagon, or however that goes. I'm not going to hitch my wagon to just one thing, and you have to make that choice for yourself. If you want to just be a quant investor, that's up to you. If you want to just be an XDN investor, that's up to you. But for me personally, Zebec is one of my largest holdings, along with Swift and XRP. And tomorrow might be different. I traded 85K XRP for 30 million ZBCN. Wow. That's crazy, bro. What's up, Loco Mansell? What's up, Ruel? Nice show. What's the news? Can anyone tell me? What's up, Pino Q? Possible Mica. It may be a Mica announcement. We won't know the news until tomorrow. What's the announcement? Just told you there. Our personal strategy would be to make bank on some of these smaller gems and buy up the likes of Quant and XRP. I haven't been in the chat for long, but I'm assuming he was just talking about Zebec about the breakout. Man, I feel like you should do a video on this. See Becky, let's go. Zeus, Fox Knight. Do your thing, player. Show us again. What's up, Terry Bun? Dirty Bags Roadhouse. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna post it to your X. Thank you. Appreciate it. David Sachs Craft Ventures. Not bullish enough. Yes, indeed. Our caffeine. Is it truly possible to hit XRP market cap for XDC? It is. For Zebec, it will be, but this bull run, no. I can't see it hitting it this bull run. But when they have the super app, all the different things they're doing with the phone thing, because the phone thing, like with World Liberty Mobile, people basically use their phone as a wallet now, where they just tap and pay with their phone. So that has a huge potential to bank the unbanked. A huge potential to bank the unbanked. So they're going to hit a whole bunch of liquidity things that we haven't even seen yet with banking the unbanked. And they already have incentive to do this because, Sam Thapalia, he's from Nepal. He wants to help the Nepalis. He rides, quote unquote, to use the slang term. Like, he really takes a stand for Nepalis. So they're already, motivated to bank the Nepalis. They already have a company in Mexico, Mica. So could we see Zebec hit Zebec's market cap in 3 years? I could see that, especially if the Trump administration keeps doing what it's doing with passing laws to make things easier. We have loans now with crypto where people can do lending programs. We just had with Metallicus, the first stablecoin launched with credit union, where they launched their own stablecoin. Now imagine that happening in some place like Michigan State University, where a credit union launches a stablecoin that can be used for a university. Imagine that happen for the science card stuff, where some UK university launches its own stablecoin. You know how crazy that will be? Like how much use that stablecoin will get, which in itself will make Zebec deflationary, because however much the card use happens is how much Zebec is going to go off the market and put back off the market with the buyback, right? So St. Cloud Financial Credit Union to launch first credit union stablecoin with Metallicus. So there's that. We already have that happening. So this is not a pretend mark. Like, cryptocurrency is happening, and it's happening very, very fast, and it's going to continue and continue and continue to happen, guys. It's going down, to use the slang term. As soon as Zebec gets its ISO, I think they'll have the big announcement. Let's go. This is Big Ruel. Okay, let me see here. You said you tweeted me something, or let me see if I can find that. Oh, thank you, Michael Gopi, for retweeting my XDC is the coin of United Nations. Appreciate you, brother. I need to get you on for a collaboration too, Michael Gopi, by the way, if you're still listening. Trying to collaborate with a lot of people, guys. So let's get that going. Let's see. D Chambers mentions Ether. I gotta look into them D Chambers. That was the one that needs to be on my list. Let me write that down right quick. I'll have to look into that. Like anything that has to do with payment, I'm really happy about. I'm really on right now. The ISO coins, really, we got to believe that these are going to be the first coins to get these ETFs, right? The XDCs, the quants of the world, the algos of the world. These are the coins that are going to get the ETFs first. And, you know, if you've diamond handed those and you've been diamond handing those for years, it's probably not going to be, especially if you're a pretty young person, if you're like freaking like 40 and under, things are going to be really happy for you in like 10 years, right? Now, if you're you know, 25, 30 and you got some income and you're putting this away, man, you're going to be a happy person. Like the people that put away Bitcoin, right? Bro, you definitely were the first person to bring that up, and it's literally in the back of my mind all the time. People underestimate the implications. 100%, 100%. And thank you for being a witness to that, man, and letting people know that right now. Spin Wax Radio, 1.3 million here. Let's go, Zebec fam. Bullish Choices, yo, what's up, Bullish Choices? Long time, bro, long time. No see. I'm sure you've probably been coming to here on videos, but appreciate you, brother, for coming through. Quant or Axel, which one would you hold? Well, I hold both. I hold both of them. And like we were saying here with the whole passive income, I'm definitely getting passive income on my XLR and my Kepler wallet. And I just let it just roll and roll and roll. I got a certain amount of XLR that I'm holding on there, and I don't see myself letting go of that anytime soon. Quant, I have Quant too, but I don't think there's anywhere you can stake Quant at the moment. You know, I would probably try to own both, but what I do when I have decisions like this, I just do a split. So it's either 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. It's up to you how you want to do the split. But now, by doing the split, that's better to me because you never know when one's going to run and the other one's going to run. To me, it's always better to do a split than to say, okay, I'm going to choose one or the other. That's just me. Because let's just say I went all quant and then XLR starts to move. And I'm like, damn it. I knew I should have gotten XLR, right? But in this case, I did a split. I can't really lose in that case, right? It's like, okay, well, if I did 70-30, and even my 30 was XLR, and XLR starts to move, like, okay, great. I got some of that move, and whenever Quant moves, I'll be happy about it or whatever, you know? So that's just me. That's just how I do it, you know? But make the choice that's best for you. And definitely hit the like, guys. I can't speak straight today. The Unapologetic Male Chauvinist Podcast. Let's go. I love that name, by the way. Very great name for a podcast. Let's go. You're right. I agree. People are calling for a 6-figure quant. Wild. Hey, why not? I mean, look at Bitcoin, and it's like about what? Only 60% of Bitcoin's supply, and people aren't loading up on quant right now for no reason, right? Just saying. So y'all gonna make me buy some quant tonight. Y'all gonna make me buy some quant tonight for real. Digital Money 111. I noticed that Zebec Skyline Silhouette is in Frankfurt, EU, with the included Commerce Bank Tower, Deutsche Bank Twin Towers, European Central Bank. Okay, exactly. And that's why some people were saying, okay, it's something to do with something in Europe, and they're thinking that it's Mica compliance. So that might be what we get here. That might be what we get. NBA and NHL have high scrutiny for sponsors. No bad actors allowed. That's what I'm saying too. That people are really sleeping on that. And like, you don't just get to use NBA teams in a ad. You don't get to do that. So it has to be something huge. And then we just got through showing you, shout out Jetpack JO, how they had Kevin Garnett, and they're talking about Kevin Garnett lost his keys and they helped him with it. And shout out to the Patreon. You got another company that I think is really, really big, really already has some connections with the NBA, right? Man, it's going down. Federated Sidechains, Seduction Band, WLFI, Brett V was up. Micropayments are needed beforehand. Yeah, that micropayment thing is going to be, I think micropayments are also going to be big for the metaverse. Metaverse, people are sleeping on the metaverse, and they should be sleeping on the metaverse because everything is not in place for the metaverse yet. But micropayments are going to make the metaverse great, and some of the jobs that AI eventually takes, I think, are going to be resolved by people working in the metaverse, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how that goes. XRP will not facilitate the front end. Okay. Hey, how's things? First time here. Biased Amy, appreciate you. Based Amy. Appreciate you coming through, Amy. Things are good. Things are great for an EBC or for a ZBCN holder, with news coming tomorrow, with all the things they have in the pipe as far as like NBA. If you're not familiar with ZBCN, definitely go check out their X or Twitter account, in which they have the whole NBA commercial that they teased with us, which I don't want to play because I don't want to play the music, but we can look at it right here as it scrolls. Got my own Detroit Pistons there. You can't use all these names without, having a deal in place. You would get sued so hard. And we know they're already teamed up with Uphold. They were on with the Uphold CEO on a Spaces, so I can't wait to see what they announce in this regard. And these seasons are coming up, by the way, so this announcement is coming soon. You would think that they would announce it before the season starts officially, the regular season. So it's gonna come very soon. Pause. So there we go. All major exchanges listed soon. They don't need to be in the spotlight. They provide the rails and let everyone use the layer. There we go. Zebec gets paid 15% APY from everyone other than MasterCard, Solana, and RLUSD. If Zebec is the front end layer, does that have to be the main app? It just have to be the rails. You're hitting us with some alpha here, Mr. Spader. I appreciate it. Mica regs will be huge. Listen, why they don't want Zebec in the spotlight? Why? No one wants to answer that question. Mr. Spader, future billionaire. Isho? Yeah, for sure. 100% nothing is guaranteed. Got to diversify. Yep. That's me all day, right? And that's just my personal strategy. I know different people look at it different ways. Like Warren Buffett says, like, diversifying is kind of stupid. He says that, I think, and in certain ways I understand that. Because we always get these new crypto projects, and everybody forgets about the XDCs, the XRPs, and they're like looking at the new thing. It is important not to get so diversified that you spread too thin. But at the same time, once you've identified winners, go with the winners, right? I can't tell you how many times I've like identified a winner, I've gone away from it, and then I come and look back and it's up like 10x. It's like, why was I study looking all over in this direction for all of this new stuff when I identified the winner? We've identified winners here, right? Multiple winners here. Invest in those winners. That's all I can say. And shout out to the Patreon. You definitely have a list of winners, and we give you lists of winners, and we talk in the chat about winners. Okay. I don't think they'll let me sell completely if it's too much liquidity. Okay, got you. I see what you're saying now, Mr. Spader, about liquidity, because you're holding a lot. Yeah. Future billionaire for sure. Future billionaire for sure. Yeah. If you're holding as much as I think he's holding, yeah, you can't just go sell that on Coinbase at one time. Right. You got to work with them and say, okay, well, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's a good seat to be in though, there, brother. Rather be on the boot before it said sell, no pun intended. Yep. Rather be on the boat before it said sell, no pun intended. Yep. Thank you, David Barron. The bots turned on last month. They will arbitrage the entire supply they want by January. That's why the price is not behaving like we're used to. Got you. The Genius Act. Kraft. Sachs was early seed money for Zebec. Huge. Yes, indeed. Telling you, man, it's so huge. And shout out to Creative Control for finding that piece of information and sharing it. The Zebec to hit 200 billion market cap or higher realistically takes about 40 billion actual dollars. And, gotta believe we can get to that, especially if universities are using this, if nurses and all the other people are using this, Assure software, ADP software. It's crazy to think about it, but it's not too crazy when you think about it being implemented in these softwares, being used by university students, being used by us. It's not too crazy to think about in that instance. They can now turn on the machines without penalties. Before Genius Act, machines equal market manipulation. After Genius Act, machines stabilized the markets. The change was huge. We were up against machines. Wow. Retail won't drive the market. The bots will control the floor and the tops. Got you. And that's what I'm trying to get people to think about too. Retail, and this is how, like, with the meme coin stuff, people think that it's like retail or how many people you can get into the market. No, it's that institutional old money. That is what controls the market. That is what have things like Tesla and things get to the top, right? Case in point, look at Robinhood, right? Robinhood went up, the stock Robinhood, which we saw Tim Draper is also invested in, went from like $8 up to like $100 or something dollars, like close to 100. And now that Robinhood was added to the S&P 500, is getting all that S&P 500 ETF money, and it's gone from $100 to $123 and rising, right? Just like Coinbase, where it went to $100 and now it's at $300 and rising, right? And probably at some point these two stocks will be split candidates. But this ETF money is the money that's going to push these cryptocurrencies over the top, not retail, right? Because how many actual people invest in the stock market? You know what I mean? Like, how many actual people have 401ks around the world, or stock investments around the world? It's the institutional money that pushes all of this stuff forward. Period. End of story. But it just so happens in this case too that retail will be using Zebec cards, and in this case, retail and institutional money will push Zebec forward. In this case, no one talks about the DEP, Department of Defense, and Zebec. Wasn't that a thing? You know what? I'm not sure. I didn't know if that. I don't know if that's a thing or not. As far as the Department of Defense, I haven't heard anything with them. Supposedly that's a thing with DAG, Constellation DAG, but I haven't heard anything as far as Zebec goes with that. Thanks for the content, Rue. No problem, Charmizzle. Will they let me sell? I have 85 million Zebec. For real, if you have 85 million Zebec, that's a lot of Zebec. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, but I don't think you could just press sell and sell 85 million at once. That would be pretty hard to do. I don't know. That's a good question. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you could probably get that liquidity done. Again, yeah, but I don't see you just pressing a button and being able to sell that. I don't know how that will work wherever you have it, if it's on Coinbase or whatever, but you probably definitely would have to work with whoever you're selling that through. Like if it's a Coinbase or something like that, they probably won't let you sell 85 million Zebec at once. Hey, Rude, did you mention Zora? What's up, Hold the Line 3? I did not mention Zora. I'll have to look into Zora some more too. They did kind of have a little burst, but I'm not sure what that little burst was about with Zora. Because I went and looked at the little Zora that I had, and I was like, it's at 0. I don't understand what's going on here when it supposedly had a burst. So I don't know what's going on with Zora right now. I'll have to take a look in a future time here. You think Solenex AI will get to $1? I'm not sure. I have to look at that one. I haven't heard of that one. ADP. What's up, Lance Morgan? I like this channel. Keep going, brother. Thanks, Sean Howard. Bugatti 11. What's up? Rue Zebec to $3. Zebec gives me XRP vibes 100%. No, for real. That's what I keep thinking. I like, man, you always keep guys talking about quant like this. I might have to scoop some up. Yeah, 100%. Yes, when the dollar crashes, they'll give you stimulus in your new wallet. Everyone gets, but they will make us complete an online ID. I can see something like that. I really can see something like that, to be honest with you. And they're crazy thinking that they should be holding on to cash when cash is nothing. It's crazy. But, you know, hey, I don't, to each their own, man. To each their own. You see the dollar is just inflating. I don't know why anyone would want to hold on to it like that, but I don't know. I don't know. Difference is when you stay quant, you're hosting gateways that get a percentage of billions of trillions of transactions a day, not just 10% APY. My God, brother. Yeah. Has anyone seen any of the NHL teams yet? I did see a list of the NBA teams. I'll play that commercial again. That was I saw the Minnesota Wild on there. I think that might have been the only one. Let's see. We'll play it again here.
You can feel it.
Vegas Golden Knights, St. Louis Blues, Minnesota Wild. Okay, so Vegas Golden Knights, St. Louis Blues, and Minnesota Wild. Okay. So those are the 3 NHL teams. And then they got the Detroit Pistons. Too bad they don't have the Red Wings, but you know, can't have it all. Can't have it all. There we go. Wayne Gretzky rocking with Zebec. Let's go. Imagine if Zebec went to $20. If it went to $20, bro. There would be no containing my excitement on this show. There would be like there'd be no containing my excitement on the show, bro. There'd be no containing me on this show, bro. Yes, I was in Zebec or in XRP. I can accumulated 115 XRP, 115K XRP, but I could have got more. Now ZBCN has the same utility value. Coinbase and Binance might be waiting until Zebec reaches the cent to list. What's up, Hangman? 113. Zebec will be compliance layer like TCP IP. Let's go. Let's go. I got a moon bag of plugin, the XDC chosen data oracle. Do you think if XDC is successful, something like plugin will follow? Gotta believe that. I got a little bit of plugin myself. They say it's a fork of Chainlink. You gotta believe as an oracle for them, it has to do something. Yeah, I think just hold on to a little bit of it and see where it goes for sure. Is Flare worth it? It's definitely worth it the way it's been going. It's like a money generator, Flare is. You just like stake and hold. So is XLR. But I expect we see Flare move once this XRP drop is done, and it's done January 26th, sometime in January, like the end of January 2026. So I think we see Flare start climbing after that. Flare and Metallicus both seem to be like these DeFi for XRP. So I'm high on both of them. I only have 100K Zebec. Hey, that's something. Bro said 85 million. That's crazy. Yeah, that's one of the largest ones I've seen out here. Somebody else, I think it was I'm not gonna say who it is, but somebody else out there said they had like, I think it was 42 million or 30 something million. That's insane. I mean, I got a lot. But it ain't that much. It ain't that much. I'm gonna use Anchorage. Yep. That makes a lot of sense. Have to log in with digital ID in your ISP. Liz Watkins, what's going on? Hey, crypto friend, what's going on? Pleasure to have you here. What is this name, bro? I love it. Jeffrey Dahmer's. What is going on? Jeffrey Dahmer's Ford freaking Bronco. That's hilarious, bro. Love your channel, Root. What's your thoughts on Evernote? People are sleeping on it because it only is on 3 exchanges. Honestly, I get excited when I see certain cryptos on like limited exchanges. For instance, Stronghold was on limited exchanges, and it had no liquidity until it did. You know what I mean? And now there's stronghold Korea, there's stronghold Japan. It just happens to be everywhere XRP is. More on that on another show. But let's continue. So yeah, I'll have to look into Evernode. I've heard of it before, but I never really looked into it. We could try to look into it really quickly here. Evernode. Because I know they gave on Uphold, they airdropped this to XRP holders. And anything they kind of airdrop to XRP people is probably going to do something. You know what I mean? Can you still buy this on Uphold? So, because they've been rewarding XRP people on Uphold with just so much stuff. Just the fact that they gave this to XRP people makes me think it'll do something. Not even sight unseen, not even looking at it. Just that they gave this to XRP people, chances are it'll probably do something. But I'll have to do some more research on it. But when the housing market gets switched to digital assets, the price of a house will depreciate and the equity restraint is coming. Mr. Spader is dropping gems in here. I love it. Mr. Spader 007 or 007, yeah. Santiago Enriquez. Zebec is about to give XRP CPR. I love it, bro. Start that comment. Just like when they made us give our go back in the day. Yep. And just with this thing though, they kind of need us for the diversification of XRP. A good thing to check out on that is my good buddy Maximus Crypto's video that got banned from YouTube. Now, when you think about stuff that get banned from YouTube, there's some true things, like it or not. There are some true things that get banned from YouTube. You know what I mean? I can go into some stuff, but I'm not going to. But all these guys gave was information, and their stuff got banned. Think about that. So you definitely want to go check out my guy Maximus Crypto's channel, and just probably put in banned, and you'll see the video here that got banned. Like, everybody should go watch this video. This will show you the true potential of XRP, okay? Everyone should take the 30 minutes or whatever and watch this video. This is Maximus Crypto. This is Smoke. This is Jesse Apex Crypto, okay? Now, Max makes this comparison with Edward Farina. Now, Edward got into some things. He got into some things that you shouldn't say that are true, but you shouldn't say them. Okay? For instance, things about, let's say, the Ukraine. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it, right? He said them. They're true. You shouldn't say them. So that's what happened to him. But Max and Smoke and Jesse, they just gave information and it was banned. So, yeah, think about that, and definitely go over there and check out that video. You're doing yourself a disservice if you guys don't watch that video, for real. Like, and then you can understand the true potential of XRP. Like, man, Max was telling me about it too, man. He was like, bro, it's like, it's something like, it did 12 or 20,000 in like 8 hours or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it was getting like mad views, and they banned it. So Definitely go check it out. Party at Rue's at $20, right? If it is $20, we're gonna have a yacht party, bro, out here. We're gonna have a yacht party somewhere, bro. Of course, with like tons of security guards. Like I'm gonna have a few like Roman Reigns dudes next to me at that yacht party. But for sure. Shout out to Roman Reigns out here. What's up, Deepak? Deepak Mukram, $20, man. That'll be the day. 100%, bro. Flare equals smart contracts. Yep, there it is. They took our gold back in the day, and then I'll take our equity today. I'm still getting flare drops. Me too, man. I was shocked when I got one flare drop. I was like, how is this? How am I getting this much flare? Where did this come from? And I was like, oh, they're still doing the XRP kind of flare drops. And, you know, it was a significant amount of money. And I was like, okay, well, thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Flare. I appreciate it. Does Lunacy have a chance? What's up, Red Star 7311? I've seen you in here in these in my crypto streets a couple times. Does Lunacy have a chance? I don't know. Maybe. The tech is still good. I don't see any reason why it couldn't do something. Excuse me. The tech is still good. So maybe so. But I always think about if you gotta wait on something like that, you might as well, you know, you can do a lotto ticket in there. A lotto ticket is like, okay, I don't care if I lose the money or not. You know what I mean? Kind of type of thing. But why even take a chance with Lunacy when you got Zebec, XDC, XRP? But if you want to lotto ticket some money where you don't care. Like I lotto ticketed some money into Sora. Like, okay, well, if I lose that money, I don't care. But, you know, not financial advice, but that's what I do with certain risky plays. It's like, okay, I'll lotto ticket this. If I lose it, I just don't care. What's up, Mike Main? What up, Rue? Stay solid. I wonder how many are holding 1 million and up. That's a good question. This is a spicy topic. I will. One word, 3 letters. XCL. What's up, Phil? Jeffrey Dahmer's 4 fucking Bronco. I tried buying the Luna class. Thought it couldn't go much lower than 32 cents. Ooh. $200 turned into 3 cents. Follow me for more financial advice. Funny. I'm going to star that comment. That's hilarious. Interesting how Coinbase CEO wants to create a super app. Yep. Layered 1. Anyone heard of that? What's up, D's23? Anyone planning on rapturing tomorrow or capturing tomorrow? Anyone planning? That's a funny comment. Anyone planning on rapturing tomorrow, you can send me your ZBCN. That's funny, Deepak. Anyone planning on Jim Jonesing tomorrow, just send me your and I mean not like Dipset Jim Jones. I mean the Reverend Jim Jones. By the way, wasn't that recently during the FTX debacle? $20. I'm buying one floor of Burj Khalifa. Red Star during the actual apocalyptic crash of 2021. XLR yield XRP money back while you're holding. Come on, Flare. ZBCN. XCL pre-sale. Gotcha. Probably want to put more than $100 in UNC just for the hell. Yeah, there you go. Like just a lotto, right? Hey, you know, why not? Certain percentage of your portfolio can be for lotto. Like I know what did I lotto into? I can't remember the coin, but it ended up going up like a lot of percentage, and I was just so happy I lottoed into it. It's like, oh, okay, now let me move this into something that's real. You know, these nuts. Cheers, Ruel. Love your channel, and we made it through all the comments. 3 hours and 30 minutes. Gotta love that. Thank you guys all for coming through today. I really appreciate it. What a wonderful show. Catch us tomorrow. We're gonna have Black Tiger Miner on the show. And for Black Tiger Miner, let's let BTM be the word that you put in the comments. So after the live ends, put BTM into the comments for our guy Black Tiger Miner. We're gonna have him on tomorrow, and definitely catch the live tomorrow. Maybe we go 3 hours and 30 minutes tomorrow with Black Tiger Miner too, and you guys can catch another wonderful creator on the channel. Definitely check out that show that me and Shook Focus did, because Shook Focus is so slept on out here, guys, and he gives such great information. Shook Focus had some XCN videos taken down. Yep. Creators out here getting stuff banned because their information is so good. Shook had some XCN videos taken out here. So definitely check out our guy Shook Focus Digital. I see a couple more comments. I'll grab these too. What up, Ruel? What's up, Benjamin Awakened? I know you're a long time watcher. I'm holding 5 million ZBCN for Moon, selling 3.4 million. Did you ever look into Self-Key? I did look into Self-Key for a little bit while you were on the channel, but I need to look into it more. You said it would be big on HBAR. I am looking a lot into HBAR's ecosystem, and I do like coins on the HBAR. HBAR is going to it's another one that has an ETF coming. Again, guys, those ETFs, man. Right on, Root. Thanks for the chat. Gonna look at plugin. Yeah, definitely look at plugin, guys. That's another one that's hard to get out there too. Kudos to whoever dropped that in the chat. That is one I've given to my Patreon people in the past. Plugin is the Oracle for XDC, a fork of Chainlink, actually. Love your show and your space. Appreciate it. Dex Ranger, thank you for the $2 super chat. I'm gonna change that smoke detector right now, bro. Ocean View Coffee Shop, another regular in here. Thank you, brother, for coming through, leaving the chat. Yep, put BTM into the chat, guys, and into the chat once the live ends. Put that in the chat. It helps spread the show around. Thank you guys for a wonderful show, and I'm out. Peace.